be everything it has been hyped to be. Well, it's kind of interesting in that the impending weather situation here in western North Carolina has caused all of our area schools to move up their games to tonight instead of waiting until the monsoon hits tomorrow. Based upon what the radar is looking like, based upon what the weather forecast is saying for tomorrow, I think a lot of schools have made a very wise choice because tonight it looks like the rain is going to hold off until at least 11 o'clock tonight. That should give us plenty of time to get football in before the downpour begins. So we're looking forward to it, and if I say high school football Friday night, it is currently a slip of the tongue. I'm going to try. In fact, somebody before game time tonight, they said, hey, you want to make a bet as to how many times you say Friday night instead of Thursday night? And I said, ooh, I don't know if I should take that bet because I know that at least a couple of times tonight, probably going to be one of those Freudian slips that I'll say high school football Friday night. Maybe I ought to just call this what they have on the marquee out front of East Rutherford High School. Maybe I ought to just say, you're listening to Thursday Night Lights. That way I may not mess up the high school football Friday night.
Thursday Night Lights? Sounds good.
Thursday Night Lights sounds good. And the lights are on here at Brian Harrell Stadium. Folks, we are expecting a really good crowd in this matchup between Shelby and East Rutherford. Already on the home side of the field, all of our crowd is starting to arrive. They're starting to file into the stands. It is senior night here at East Rutherford High School, and those festivities, introducing all of the senior football players, the cheerleaders, the marching band members, that is scheduled to start just after 7 o'clock tonight. So if you're trying to get here for the pregame, you only have a few minutes left, but hey, don't speed coming down 74 business. You could get caught. Take your time. Still plenty of parking available, and we'll try to get you in here to the stadium before the pregame. High school football Thursday night being heard tonight not only on 100.9 FM, 590 AM. You'll find us on the World Wide Web, streaming at WCABfootball.com, our internet web streaming service provided by Bill Teal of Signature Web Designs. High school football Thursday night being brought to you in part by our good friends at Spindale Mulch, also by Robbins Auto Parts, Fountain Electric, Jesse James Express, Tri-City Concrete, Andrew Tisdale with Edward Jones, and by McCurry Deck Motors. Our featured game of the week, Shelby at East Rutherford. Cavaliers are 8-1 overall. They are 2-1, sitting right now in sole possession of third place in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Shelby, on the other hand, 6-3 overall, but they are tied with South Point at 3-0 for the lead in the conference. Shelby's losses came early on. They came in weeks 2, 3, and 4 of the season. They lost by 3 to Asheville A.C. Reynolds. They got beat by Burns rather handily, 32-14. They lost to Crest by a score of 27-6. But since that loss on September 7th, when Shelby was a measly 1-3, Shelby has collected 5 wins in a row to bring that record in here tonight at Brian Harrell Stadium. For the Cavaliers, they had a 53-13 win last week over Chase. Their only loss this season came in homecoming 2 weeks ago here in Forest City, losing by 11 to South Point, 35-24. The all-time series goes back to the beginning of East Rutherford High back in 1961. Well, Shelby has collected 52 wins during the years. 8 wins have been collected by East Rutherford. Now, what is interesting is that back in the mid-60s, in 1965, 66, and 67, East defeated Shelby for 3 consecutive years. No other team in the same conference with Shelby has ever defeated the Golden Lions for 3 consecutive years. Last time that East Rutherford won, 13 years ago. The year was 2005. It was the matchup during the regular season, a night when East defeated Shelby 23-21. Same two teams played that year in the third round of the 2AA playoffs in overtime on a play that is going to hurt forever and ever for those of us who were here to see it. Shelby defeated East Rutherford by 3, 23-20. To this day, a lot of folks question whether the touchdown by Shelby was actually good. We don't have instant replay in high school football. We did not in 2005. We still do not in 2018. It's very unlikely that we have, well, we haven't got any time in the near future. So, 13 years since the Cavaliers have been able to defeat Shelby. They did have a very close game back in 2009, another game that went to overtime. Shelby defeating East that night, 19-16. But since 2009, the scores have been somewhat lopsided in favor of the Golden Lions. Last year, a 28-7 win for Shelby, 45-7 2 years ago, 54-20 3 years ago. 4 years ago, it was a 64-10 win. But this is a new year. These are different teams tonight, and we like East Rutherford's chances against the Golden Lions. For the winner of tonight's game, it will move them into second place in the conference. Could set up as much as a 3-way tie for the conference championship. Shelby and South Point have yet to play. That game will happen next Friday night, the final week of the regular season. So much now up for grabs. We're getting close to postseason. We're getting close to the playoffs. A win not only moves you up in the conference standings, but a win will also help improve your playoff seeding. Looking forward to this one tonight. 7:30 kickoff. We are about 30 minutes away from that here in Forest City. Our featured game of the week, Shelby at East Rutherford. We have 3 other games of interest involving our county schools tonight. We'll be back momentarily, take a preview, take a look at those matchups. You are listening to the countdown to kickoff.
With today's hurry-up and undependable world, you need an insurance agency that will give you excellent service. Maxwell B. Hamrick Agency delivers the security and service that you're looking for. You'll always be in good hands with Hamrick Insurance. They offer auto, business, homeowners, health, and life. They are an independent agency with 3 locations to conveniently serve you. Main Street in Boiling Springs, Lafayette Street in Shelby, and Huntley Street in Spindale. Call Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance today at 286-2384.
One of the Carolinas' leading bark mulch manufacturers is Spindale Wholesale Mulch Company, 325 Spindale Street. They can accommodate any mulch project you may have. They carry single ground hardwood mulch, double ground pine bark mulch, color enriched hardwood mulch, organic topsoil, organic compost, mushroom compost, premium potting mixes, aged pine bark, and best start garden soil. These mulches are high-quality Appalachian bark that is blended for the best performance. Spindale Wholesale Mulch also carries rock, stone, gravel. Great prices guaranteed. See them today. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Phone them, 287-3561.
All mulches, $4 off, now through October 31st.
Your number one source for used, damaged, insurance auction, rebuildable auto parts, Robbins Auto Parts, 1875 Harris Henrietta Road, Henrietta. Robbins Auto Parts is a family-owned and operated business by Marty and Terry Robbins. Professional experience in auto parts since 1960. Call on Robbins Auto Parts, 657-5732, or visit them at www.robinsautoparts.com.
High school football Thursday nights on WCAB 100.9 FM, 590 AM. Our coverage being brought to you in part by the Maxwell Insurance Agency. Also, our thanks to Fountain Electric, to Farmers Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply. Our thanks to Go Fords, Termite, Pest Control and Services. Also, our thanks to Connor Computer Consultants and to Siska Family Ford. All among our sponsors make this broadcast possible each and every week. Well, it is quite a group of seniors who have lined up across the sideline here at Brian Harrell Stadium. There are a number of senior players on the East Rutherford Cavaliers football team, they being joined by senior cheerleaders and also by senior band members here at East Rutherford. In the background, you will probably hear the voice of our PA announcer here at East Rutherford High. Each one of these seniors will get their recognition here, many of them in attendance with parents here on the senior night. Let's preview the other three games involving our Rutherford County schools tonight. Chase High Trojans on the road in Belmont. Trojans have the task of taking on the South Point Red Raiders. Chase is now 3-6 overall. They are 1-2 in conference play. The Red Raiders are 7-2 overall. They sit tight with Shelby for the lead in the conference at 3-0. Same two teams have played once previously. That was last year at Chase, a game that South Point pretty much handed it to the Trojans, winning that night 69-0. Trojans did have a conference win 2 weeks ago at home, 33-7 win over East Gaston. It is going to take all the effort and probably a little bit more, 120% from each of the Trojan players tonight. But this team they have not given up. They're still playing hard, and they will be trying to pull the big upset tonight in Belmont. RS Central, the Hilltoppers, trying to find their second win this season. Tonight they travel to East Gaston. The Warriors are winless this year. They are 0-9 overall. They are 0-3 in the conference. Likewise, Hilltoppers also 0-3 in conference play. They are 1-8 overall. That lone win coming way back on August 31st at 1 point, 13-12 win over Polk County. Last year, the Hilltoppers did defeat East Gaston by a score of 28-22. We'll find out if the Hilltoppers can pull it together tonight and escape East Gaston with a win. And another huge game is on the schedule for tonight. This is the Griffins and the Raptors. This is Thomas Jefferson Classical Academy at 9-0 overall, 5-0 sitting in sole possession of first place in the Southern Piedmont Conference. Tonight, they have made the road trip to Mount Holly to take on the Mountain Island Charter Raptors. They are 7-2 overall. They are sitting in second place at 4-1 in the conference. Interesting when you compare these two teams. Last week, of course, the Griffins with a 52-20 win over Bessemer City. Mountain Island Charter shut out Pine Lake Prep by a score of 47-0. Thomas Jefferson had played Pine Lake Prep already back on September 28th. Griffins defeated the Pride by a score of 49-0. So if you start comparing scores between common opponents here, this game already looks like it is going to be a close one tonight up in Mount Holly. TJ has already defeated the Community School of Davidson, winning that game by 3. On the other hand, 2 weeks ago, the Raptors defeated the Spartans by 30 points. Thomas Jefferson defeated Cherville, the first game of the conference season, by 18 points. Well, the Mountain Island Raptors defeated Cherville by 34 points 3 weeks ago. And probably the only blemish here in conference play lot of people have been scratching their heads over this one, but it was Bessemer City who defeated Mountain Island by 10 points, 18-8, way back on September 21st. The Raptors have now won 4 straight heading into tonight, and of course the Griffins trying to preserve their undefeated season and improve to 10-0 overall and 6-0, and a win tonight for the Griffins would at least assure them of a tie for the conference championship. Winning out tonight and next week, hosting Union Academy, they would clinch the Southern Piedmont Conference title. First time in school history that they would clinch it outright, not have to be in any kind of tie. These teams have met 4 times previously on the playing field. It is split. 2 wins for the Griffins, 2 wins for the Raptors. Now, TJ was awarded a forfeit win 3 years ago when the Raptors actually defeated the Griffins on the field 31-13, but then due to an ineligible player, they ended up having to give that back, and the Griffins were awarded a forfeit win. Ironically, that same year, the same 2 teams played in the second round of the 1A playoffs, and the Raptors won that night 54-40. Last year, though, it was a Griffins win over the Raptors, 34-16. Mountain Island Charter does have a stacked team. They have a running back who has received offers from colleges all over the nation. He is a major Division I prospect. So the Griffins defense will have their hands full tonight to see if they can stop that hoss of a running back. Coach Jerry Cash now with 334 career wins. Coach is 64-22 in his 7th season in Avondale at TJ. So the stage is set on this Thursday night of high school football action. Our featured game of the week coming to you live from Forest City. It'll be Shelby at East Rutherford. Chase tonight on the road at South Point. RS Central on the road tonight at East Gaston. And TJ on the road tonight at Mountain Island Charter. Back momentarily with more. You're listening to the Countdown to Kickoff.
This is Steve Owens, your Rutherford County Clerk of Superior Court. I was elected as your clerk in 2014. I am now running for re-election in the November general election. I was previously employed with the District Attorney's Office and the Clerk of Court's Office with continuous service and experience of over 20 years in the state's judicial system. I retired from Eckerd Drug Corporation with after more than 20 years experience in customer service as a multi-store manager and training store manager. I'm a graduate of RS Central High School and received an Associates of Arts degree from Isothermal Community College. My wife Gina and I have been active members of Cornerstone Fellowship Church since 1998. Last election, I promised to run this office as a business with efficiency and bring customer service back to the clerk's office. I have fulfilled these promises and now ask for your support, prayers, and vote in the November general election. I will continue to be a clerk you can talk to and depend on.
Vote to re-elect Steve H. Owens, Republican, for Clerk of Superior Court on November the 6th. Paid for by the Committee to Elect Steve H. Owens.
Since 1946, Fountain Electric has been a leading electrical contractor for this region, and proud to announce we're growing. With their continued loyal service to our local community from the location in Spindale, they now have offices in Charlotte, Asheville, and Hickory. Fountain Electric not only provides outstanding electrical services, but jobs as well. For information about job openings and the type of people they seek to hire, please visit the website at fountainelectric.com/careers. Fountain Electric and Services, proud to be locally owned and locally grown.
Hello, this is Dwayne Hunt with Insurance Service Associates. Are you on disability? Or maybe you're on Medicare? Or maybe both? Come see me, Dwayne Hunt at Insurance Service Associates, about a Medicare Advantage product brought to you by Humana. Please give me a call, 245-5301 at Insurance Service Associates, 127 East Trade Street, Forest City.
High school football Thursday night here on WCAB. Jake Coombs along with Cliff Palmieri, getting closer now to a 7:30 kickoff here in Forest City. It'll be East Rutherford hosting the Shelby Golden Lions. Want to take a quick look at our sports broadcast calendar coming up this weekend. We have University of North Carolina Tar Heels football action back on the airwaves Saturday. That countdown to kickoff starting at 10 o'clock Saturday morning. Kickoff will be just after 12 noon. You can follow the Tar Heels and the Cavs of Virginia. That'll be Saturday. Then Sunday. Wow. Talk about a game. Last week, the Carolina Panthers down 17-0. We get to the fourth quarter, and then all of a sudden, it changed. And whoa, did it change. Panthers ended up winning that game last week. Biggest comeback in franchise history. Can they make it 2 weeks in a row? Well, maybe not being down that much and then having to come from behind to win. But can they collect 2 wins in a row? Let's see how they do with Baltimore. The Ravens this coming Sunday. Countdown to kickoff starting at 12:15 on the radio. That kickoff will be just after 1 o'clock. Were you watching that Panthers game by chance?
Yes, Jay, I was, and I was very frustrated for the first 3 quarters.
You and me both.
I work nights, so I was thinking, about halftime, I was like, I'm just going to go to bed. I'm so, I'm mad. My wife was like, honey, do you want anything? I was like, no, leave me alone. Let me wallow in my sorrow.
Then the fourth quarter started, and I don't know what it was, but all of a sudden, everything went the Panthers' direction. It was unreal.
It was wild. As soon as the fourth quarter started, and they scored that first touchdown, it was almost like I knew. Even though we had been in that situation and came short, I knew that we were going to win that game. My son had went and laid down to take a nap, and I went and woke him up. I was like,
you're letting him know, wake up.
Wake up. Exactly. You're going to miss the greatest comeback in Panther history. Get in here. And he came in there, of course, was like, oh, they're not going to win. And he was wrong. I was very excited about it.
It was a great game, no doubt about it. Let's take a look at some of the other high school games of interest in the area, a couple of which involved in our conferences. We take a look here. We have told you about all 3 games involving Southwestern Conference teams tonight. That being our featured game of the week, Shelby at East Rutherford, Chase at South Point, and RS Central at East Gadsden. Other games in that Southern Piedmont Conference tonight. Community School of Davidson will be at Bessemer City. Cherryville is at Pine Lake Prep, and Highland Tech is at Union Academy. Over in Columbus, it'll be Mountain Heritage at Polk County. Wolverines are having a difficult year. They are 2-7 overall. They are 1-2 in conference play. On the other hand, the Cougars from Mountain Heritage, they are churning it up, 7-1 overall. They are undefeated at 3-0 in conference play. McDowell started off the season pretty good, but Titans have fallen on some tough times in conference play. They travel up the road to West Caldwell tonight. McDowell now 3-6 overall. They are 1-4 in their conference. West Caldwell 0-9 winless on the season. They are 0-5 in the conference. Over in Boiling Springs, Burns is at Crest. Well, opposite records here. Crest is 7-2 overall. They are 4-1 in the conference. Burns, on the other hand, 3-6 overall. They are 1-4 in conference play. Kings Mountain still playing well, 7-2 overall, 4-1 in the conference. They travel to Gastonia to take on Forest View. The Jaguars are 3-6 overall, 1-4 in conference play. Morgan's and Patton at 5-4 overall, 3-1 in their conference. They travel to Bunker Hill. The Bears are 2-8 overall. Their 2 wins came in conference games. They are 2-3 in conference play. East Burke 1-8 overall. Cavaliers are 0-4 in their conference. They travel to Newton tonight to take on the Tigers of Fred T. Ford, who are now 4-5 overall and 3-1 in conference. And one other game of interest, this could be a great matchup. Morganton Freedom traveling up to Boone to take on Watauga. Freedom is 8-1 overall. They are 5-0 in the conference. Likewise, the Pioneers, 5-0 in conference play. They are undefeated at 9-0 overall. So there are a few of the other games of interest tonight involving teams in the area. Now, before we take our next break, I did want to quickly take a look at the conference races, keeping in mind that this week and next week and the regular season is over. It's hard to believe it's already that time of the year. Shelby and South Point currently tied for first place in the Southwestern 2A Conference. Shelby, we mentioned, 6-3 overall, but the Golden Lions are 3-0 in conference play. South Point also 3-0 in the conference. They are 7-2 overall. East Rutherford right there behind them. Cavaliers are 8-1. They are 2-1 in the conference. Chase 3-6 overall, 1-2 in conference play. And then in the basement, we have RS Central, 1-8 overall, 0-3 in conference games. East Gaston winless, 0-9 overall, winless at 0-3 in the conference. Let's take a look at this Southern Piedmont, the 1A conference race. As we mentioned, the Griffins of Thomas Jefferson, they are in sole possession of first place this week. They are 9-0, undefeated overall. They are 5-0 in conference play. Right behind them, their opponent tonight, Mountain Island Charter. The Raptors, 7-2 overall, 4-1 in the conference. Also 4-1 in the conference, 5-4 overall, the Yellow Jackets of Bessemer City. And then a step behind, the Community School of Davidson Spartans, 5-4 overall. They are 3-2 in the conference. Cherville had told us at the beginning of the year they had their best team in 20 years. Well, it's not showing at this point of the season. Cherville is 5-4 overall, but they are 2-3 in the conference. Have two teams in that conference with 1-4 conference records, that being Pine Lake Prep, Union Academy, and then in the basement, Highland Tech. The Rams are 3-5 overall. They are winless, 0-5 in the conference. So, everything is still up for grabs. Nothing has been decided as we get ready for the last 2 weeks of the regular season. And it's quite possible that we will come down to next week's games to determine who is going to come out as the champions of both of the conferences that our county teams are involved in. Still a lot to be decided with only 2 games remaining. Tonight being one of them. We are still recognizing the seniors here on senior night at East Rutherford High. As you can tell by the length of the pregame festivities, there are a lot of seniors on this year's football team, on this year's cheerleading squad, on this year's marching band squad. A lot of seniors being recognized here tonight at East Rutherford High. This will be the final home game of the season for the Cavaliers. They will close out their regular season next week when they travel to East Gaston. Also next week, it'll be the showdown between RS Central and Chase. That game will be played in Rutherfordton at RS Central this year. TJ ends up at home next Friday night in Avondale, hosting Union Academy. So we have given you a pretty good preview of what to expect on this rare edition of High School Football Thursday night. We are getting closer to an anticipated 7:30 kickoff here at Brian Harrell Stadium in Forest City. It's Shelby at East Rutherford. You have been listening to the Countdown to Kickoff.
Get all your deer season supplies at Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply. Shell deer corn, $7 for a 50-pound bag. Deer cob corn, $8 per bag. Deer apples, $9 a bag. Peanut deer mix, $12.99 for a 50-pound bag. And Farmer's Friend has a deer condo stand with legs for $17.21.98. For all your farming needs and supplies, let Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply be your go-to store. 188 Whiteside Road, Rutherford.
Computers are a great asset to all, but when they go on the blink, it puts us all in a bad mood. When this happens, be sure to call the professional team of technicians at Connor Computer Consultants. The CCC can get your computer up and going in no time with their excellent in-store repair service. They can also come to your home or place of business. They also offer new machines and laptops, networking equipment, and computer parts. And they're conveniently located at 142 West Court Street in Rutherford. Or call 287-0003. That's 287-0003.
Guess what I just saw?
An old girlfriend.
Worse than that, a bunch of bugs crawling from under the fridge. Where's that bug spray?
You can't get to them with that. Here, call Go Forth Services. Here's the number, 287-3188.
I've heard good things about Go Forth Services. I had a buddy that called them to get rid of fire ants.
Absolutely. They've been taking care of people since 1959. David Spillman and his team of trained professionals have been the company to call on for decades. Fourth generation now operating Go Forth Services in Rutherford, Polk, McDowell, upstate South Carolina. They can do it all. Pest control, termites, fire ant control, even wildlife removal, and always free inspection.
I'm loving what I'm hearing. Go Forth, come on out.
Honey, you got to call them first. 287-3188.
Oh, yeah.
100.9 FM and 590 AM.
The best of both worlds.
This is WCAB Rutherfordton.
Of the East Rutherford High School Marching Cavaliers band here with our national anthem as we get close to our 7:30 kickoff. Shelby at East Rutherford High School football Thursday night here on WCAB, being brought to you in part by Sisk Family Ford, also by Insurance Service Associates. Our thanks to Fat Tracy's Barbecue on Main Street in Forest City, all among our sponsors of our weekly broadcast. I stopped by and had my pregame meal tonight at Fat Tracy's. Had some really good barbecue, and I have a full stomach, and I think I am ready to go for tonight's action. Our officials tonight here at East Rutherford, our referee tonight is Dale Sherrill. Our umpire will be Jeremy Dixon. Our linesman will be James Webb. Our line judge is Terry Bratz. Back judge tonight is Scott Johnson. And our clock operator will be Leroy Jackson. All of these from the Inner Piedmont football officials. Shelby at East Rutherford. Our thanks to not only Athletic Director Brad Levine here at East Rutherford High School, Sports Information Director, Administrative Assistant Philip Murray, who now takes over the PA microphone and becomes the voice of the Cavaliers. Taking a look at the stadium tonight, still has some open seats here on the home side of the field. And I look across at the visitor sideline, and, Shelby does have a few folks who have made the road trip. They do not travel well historically, but a number of their fans have been able to find a ride up here to Rutherford County for tonight's contest. Co-captains for both teams are currently meeting at midfield for the coin toss. I see number 13, that is Demetrius Mooney. Congratulations to Demetrius. He was named this week to represent North Carolina in the annual Shrine Bowl this year. And number 76 for the Cavaliers, that is Matt Clark, or Josh Clark, excuse me. Josh Clark, a senior, also on this Cavalier team. Josh has been lobbying me hard. He'd like to have a Lineman of the Week award. I told him we take that into consideration. Number 22 for the Cavaliers, that is Cole Larson, and also number 54 for the Cavaliers, that is Isaac Green.
Cavaliers won the toss third.
All right, so the Cavaliers win the coin toss, but they will defer to the beginning of the third quarter. And that means Shelby says, okay, we'll take the football first. Cavaliers tonight coming out in all red. It's the red jerseys, red pants with the black and white trim. And the Golden Lions tonight, of course, the golden helmets. They are sporting the white jerseys, black pants with the gold and the black trim. We are almost set and ready to go for the much-anticipated mashup. It is Shelby at East Rutherford. You will hear all of the play-by-play action right here on 100.9 FM, 590 AM. And be sure to tell your out-of-town friends you can listen online, WCABfootball.com, our internet web streaming service provided by Bill Teal of Signature Web Designs. Christian Gold is in the Blue Room tonight. He will be our studio engineer for the broadcast. And our thanks for him stepping in and up to the plate. By the way, of the World Series, there is no game tonight. And, of course, you already know that the Boston Red Sox have a 2-0 advantage. Third game will be played tomorrow night between the Dodgers and the Red Sox. Have at least one college game being played tonight that could be of interest. That would be Georgia Southern and Appalachian State. App State ranked number 25 in this week's college football poll. They both have 6-1 records going into tonight's game. That should be a good college matchup. But we are ready for Thursday night, high school football. The Cavaliers now take to the field. They will be kicking off from right to left. Shelby returning this opening kick from left to right. The ball is on the tee. Getting all of our officials in the right place. We are just about ready to kick off and be underway.
Jay, I remember the first week, you and I were talking before the season actually got started. You were like, I cannot wait to watch Shelby versus East Rutherford. And I'll tell you, the anticipation has got to me this week.
I've been looking forward to this. I don't know why, but at the beginning of the year, I usually don't circle this one, but I did. This kick taken at the 25, and tried to cut back across the field and quickly tackled after only a 2-yard return, maybe 3. I think they'll give him the 28-yard line.
Cole Larson just came in there and did a great open field tackle, just dove at his feet, took him down.
So the Golden Lions will start on offense, 1st and 10 from their own 28. They move left to right here in the opening quarter from the near side hash marks. Shotgun snap to Best, the quarterback. Isaiah looking upfield, pass, and has it short gain up at the 34-yard line.
East Rutherford coming in with a blitz right off the bat, doing a good job of getting the quarterback to move, but the quarterback still found his wide receiver for a little bit of a 6-yard gain.
2nd and 4 for the Lions. Best handing off. Man takes off from right to left, turns that left corner, has the first down, and that is number 8. That is Danye Fuller, a junior running back for the Golden Lions. Looks like he is taking it up to the Golden Lions 43, 1st and 10, Shelby. Here's Bass, shotgun, now handing off, cutting from left to right. Whoa, great stop here on the right corner. That is number 10 on the carry. That is Jahari Mitchell. The Cavaliers defense doing a good job of reading that play and following him all the way across the field.
Calvin Jones was not fooled on that play. He set the edge and got out there and to make the tackle.
No gain.
Yep.
Now from the near side hash marks, pair of wideouts to the far side. Staying in that shotgun snap is Best, quarterback. Isaiah backs up, trying to get the play in from the sideline. That is Fuller standing to his right, now moves back behind the Shelby quarterback. And the handoff goes to Fuller. Fuller with an opening right up the middle, takes it up close to midfield, and looks like they will give him the 50. And it is going to make it 3rd and 3 for the Lions.
East Rutherford came with another blitz. It looked like they blitzed both linebackers, which actually took them out of the play because they went inside, and Fuller took it to the outside right off tackle.
Big play coming up here. Let's see if the Cavaliers defense can put a stop to this drive. 3rd and 3. Fuller standing to the right. Our quarterback, Bess. Oh, now whistles blow. Somebody needs a timeout.
No, it's a flag over there on Shelby.
Well, waving it. Oh.
You know, it's been a few weeks since we had that call.
The old sideline warning.
Sideline warning to get the goal line.
Most worthless goal in the game. Okay, let's try this again. 3rd and 3 for Shelby. Here's a shotgun snap. Bess handing off Fuller. Fuller again, straight up the middle. Ooh, he's probably got just enough. Let's see where the spot is on this. It's up at the East Rutherford 47.
They're going to call for a measurement.
Going to need a measurement here. Okay, cross the fingers. Maybe we get lucky here. Although at this point, part of the field, I wouldn't be surprised if they're short. Shelby would try to go for it on 4th. But we're going to make the chain gang earn their limited pay tonight. And they come across the field. We'll stretch out the markers and see. I think
they're short. Yeah, they're short. But it's inches.
Okay, I will be shocked if Shelby does not go for this. 4th and inches at the East Rutherford 47. Looks like they keep everybody out on the field. Yep, I think they're going to try to.
Yeah, they're bringing big number 80 in, and he's going to help push this one forward. He's coming up, lining up. It looks like at left tackle, they did an offensive line switch.
Try to go with a hurry-up snap. Quarterback Bess keeps it, drives straight ahead, picks up a couple, picks up the first half.
To be honest, I don't understand why that wouldn't be a false start penalty, because when that quarterback runs like that to the center, he's running towards the line of scrimmage, and that should have been a false start.
I would think so, too. I don't quite know how they can get away with that. Regardless, it is 1st and 10 Shelby. The ball is right at the East Rutherford 45. Quarterback Bess, couple of steps back. He's looking for a man upfield under some pressure. Fires it and out of bounds, incomplete. Over here on the near sideline. Looks like he was looking for number 6. That was Giovanni Daly.
Tawan Hill is 6'5", 440 pounds for the Cavaliers, was in the backfield, and the quarterback did not want to meet up with him.
He's a pretty good-sized dude. 2nd and 10, Shelby. Fuller will stand to the right. Quarterback Bess, Isaiah with pass tip. Caught over here on the near sideline, but wrapped up. Very limited yardage after the catch. And it is number 6 on the catch. That is Daly.
Calvin Jones got a handful of jersey. When you thought Daly was going to get away, Jones was not going to let him go.
It must not have been that new flex fabric. Of course, didn't have much give to it. 3 yards picked up. 3rd and 7 for Shelby. Incomplete over on the far side of the field. That is going to bring up fourth.
If I'm the quarterback, Bess, he missed the guy over the middle. It was a little bit of a shorter pass, but he had open field. He just overlooked it, tried to go for the deeper ball.
4th and 7, Shelby. They are at least lining up, showing us a punt formation. I don't trust them. I do not trust them. Here's as though it will be a punt. Surprise. And this one is going to go all the way back to the end zone. It'll be a touchback. East Rutherford's offense will come onto the field for the first time tonight. They'll start their opening drive from their own 20. Just under 8 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Scoreless between Shelby and East Rutherford. Now the moment we've been waiting for. Let's see what the East Rutherford offense can do against Shelby. Cameron Simmons, quarterback. Here he is. Quick pass. It's caught over here on the near side. And nice little game there. It is number 6, Jordan Harris.
Jordan Harris kind of scared me a little bit. He was holding the ball out in the palm of his hand, and those mistakes can happen when you do that.
Takes it up to the 28. It is an 8-yard pickup for the Cavs. 2nd and 2 for East Rutherford. Shotgun snap. Here's Simmons handing off. First man through. That is Mooney picking up 1. Demetrius takes it up to the 29. Now makes it 3rd and 1. As we mentioned, Mooney named this week to the Shrine Bowl roster. Represent North Carolina. Quite an honor. And congratulations to Demetrius Mooney. Simmons will stay in shotgun for the snap on 3rd and 1. Again, handing off to Demetrius Mooney. Mooney bouncing. And he is going to be wrapped up and dropped by 3-4 Shelby defenders.
Referee missed a huge face mask on that. They pulled him down by his face mask, and the referee did not call it.
With the forward progress, it looks like he is going to be close to the 30, but still not quite enough for the first down. I think the Cavs will punt the football away, be conservative here. Austin Roderick, he'll take the snap from inside the 20. Long snap count. I believe that Shelby came across the line. If they did, we succeeded in drawing them off sides. We wait for our referee to make the call. Encroachment. How about that? First down, Cavaliers.
You know, you said it earlier. Well, Shelby and the penalties, it costs them every time. And let's just see if that is the same issues we had tonight. And it cost them there, that's for sure.
That was one thing that I was not impressed with was Shelby at Central a couple of weeks ago. They just had penalties deluxe. 1st and 10, Cavaliers. And now whistle's blown. Do we have a timeout?
Timeout, East Rutherford.
Coach Clint Bland says, let's talk about this. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Cavaliers 35. When we come back, 5:45 to go, opening quarter, scoreless between Shelby and East Rutherford. You are listening to Thursday Night Lights.
David Rogers has represented Rutherford and Burke counties in the North Carolina House since 2016. Growing up in Rutherford County and raising his own family here, David Rogers knows our community and our values. As our representative, David Rogers is endorsed by the North Carolina Troopers Association and the National Rifle Association with an A rating. Representative Rogers has helped reduce taxes, which has led to lower unemployment and economic growth. Vote for David Rogers to help support conservative values here in Rutherford County. Southern values are conservative values. Vote Republican.
Paid for by Rogers for House.
High school football Thursday night, WCAB. It is now 1st and 10, East Rutherford. Camo Simmons, quarterback, takes the shotgun snap, takes a handoff. He's going to keep it. Uh-oh, look out. Simmons wrapped up by 4 or 5 Shelby Shelby defenders, and he was dropped for a loss back at the 31. Generous with the spot. They put it down at the 32. So a loss of about 3 officially.
Yeah, that's what we saw when Shelby played Central. Their defensive front is very stout. That Cavalier offensive line has got to buckle in and seal off their gaps.
Yeah, they've got to anticipate them coming on every single play. Here's the snap. Here's Simmons. Look out, he's going to go down again. Cut from behind, looks like the ball breaks loose. He was down, but he is going to be, wow, he's back inside the 25. They are putting it at the 24. This drive is not going well.
And the corners for Shelby are, they've got it made right now because the defensive line is just wreaking havoc in the backfield.
3rd and Concord to go. Here's the snap. Here's Simmons handing off. And
handed off to Mooney. It looks like a little bit of yards back.
Not much, though. Not nearly enough needed. He is back up about the 27-yard line. So now, second time tonight, Roderick comes on. Even if we could draw them off sides here, it's not going to be nearly enough to pick up that first down up at the 45-yard line. So I think Roderick will have a punt here. Good snap. Has some time. Gets off a really nice punt. This one going to be taken by the Golden Lions at their 35. Cut back opposite direction. Turns around the other way, and only 4 yards picked up.
Savion Woods did a good job of. He got down the field, missed the first tackle, went to his stomach, jumped back up to actually get the tackle for a few more yards past where he initially made contact.
Got to give the Cavs special team credit on both of these kicks. They've done an excellent job of preventing Shelby from having much of a return.
There was a flag on the play, but I don't know what the call was. The referee just ran down there and picked it up. It looks like it may be against Shelby.
They are going to mark off the penalty yardage against the Golden Lions. Let's see if we get one more indication what this is. Unsportsmanlike. That's 15. This ball is going to end up at the Golden Lions' 27-yard line. 3:44 to go in the opening quarter. We are scoreless. First and 10, Golden Lions. Quarterback Isaiah Best stays in shotgun. Here's a handoff. Fuller tries to cut out to the left side. He is dropped for a couple of yards, lost. Looks like they will spot it at about the 26-yard line.
There is another flag on the play. Matthew Hunt made a great tackle right off the line.
Now let's see what the penalty is this time around.
False start against Shelby.
Let's back him up 5.
False start against the goal line.
We'll mark it out from the 27, and that ball will go back to the 22. The first and 15. Golden Lions trying to make a couple of substitutions here, trying to get players in position. And now they're going to go with trips out to the far side. Still a shotgun snap for their quarterback, Isaiah Bess. Low snap. He controls it. He's looking for a man upfield and fires incomplete.
I believe he got that, but I believe East Rutherford came away with it, I think. No, he didn't. It was close, Jay. It was close.
The ball will come back to the Shelby 21. Second down, 15 for the Golden Lions.
I want to see him break out that turnover belt again.
Yeah, I forgot about that. go. Bess looking again for a target upfield. Everybody fairly well covered now. Fires, and whoa. What a catch under great coverage. That is Daly. Giovanni Daly on the catch up at the Shelby 45. And there was absolutely nothing wrong with the defensive coverage there.
Yeah, the corner did a great job of covering him. He just got about an inch taller jump on him.
Got the first down, 1st and 10, Lions. Handoff this time to Fuller. Fuller on the left side finds an opening. Look out, he's loose at the 40, 35, 30. And finally going to be tackled, but Fuller is all the way up to the East Rutherford 25. Whoa.
And, of course, Shelby's continuing to the fast pace with the no huddle.
First and 10 at the East Rutherford 25 for Shelby. Here's a pass over to the far side of the field. Now Trent catches it, comes back in, but good coverage.
You can tell that the East Rutherford did a lot of video watching this week on Shelby because a lot of these little hitch plays that they've been doing, East has been all over.
There's really not much game there, maybe a yard at the most. Let's call this 2nd and 9 at the Cavaliers 24. Looks like we're down just under 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. We still are scoreless. Bass under some pressure now fires, and it is caught up at the 15, 16-yard line. And see if I can Santana Eves on the catch, the senior. And is that enough? Yep, it's going to be a first down for Shelby at the Cavaliers' 15-yard line. Bass, handoff Fuller. Fuller on the left-hand side, what a great job on the stop there. There was a hole, but I believe that's number 21 for the Cavaliers. Jalik Correas.
He did a great job, got his hand on him, just wasn't going to let him go.
No, good job of closing the gap there. Maybe a yard picked up, and that's it. And now whistles blow prior to the snap.
It's going to be offsides against the Cavaliers.
Rutherford, that's going to move it up 5 yards.
Offside against the Cavaliers.
Make it 2nd and 4 for Shelby. 1:14 to go here in the opening quarter. Golden Lions threatening now. Snap to Bass. Handoff. Fuller lost his footing. He tripped over his own foot. And he dives at the end of the play. He's up to the 9-yard line. Probably have time for one more play before the end of the opening quarter. 3rd down and about 3 for Shelby. And off to Fuller. Fuller's quickly dropped.
Cole Larson with that big hit.
Does a great job. A 1-yard loss, it looks like, back to the 10-yard line. And that could be our last play of the first quarter. Looks like Shelby, though, is trying to hurry up. They're going to try to go for a field goal attempt. And this will be a 27-yard field goal attempt. And here's the kick, and it is through the uprights, and it is good. So with just 7 seconds left to go in the opening quarter, Shelby takes the early lead. It is Shelby 3, East Rutherford nothing. 7 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. You are listening to High School Football Thursday night.
Sheriff Francis is a friend to all. Big, little, short, and tall. If you call him, he will come to you. And if need be, he'll bring his whole crew. So vote for him on November 6th, and all the bad stuff he will fix.
And all the bad stuff he will fix. Fix.
Paid for by Francis for Sheriff Committee.
High school football Thursday night here on WCAB. Quick update, Chase at South Point.
So Chase takes the opening drive all the way down the field to the 17-yard line, goes for a field goal, and is blocked. So South Point has now got the ball. No score.
And now the last play probably in the first quarter here in Forest City. Shelby with that 3-0 lead, and now the Cavaliers on the kick. Return again, look at the open daylight. 35, 40, 45, 50 across midfield, and finally driven out of bounds.
It looks like the 45-yard line. What a great job.
Jaden Waddell on the return for the Cavs. And a great return and a great way to end the first quarter here in Forest City.
Not only was it a great return, but the blocking was perfect. You couldn't have asked for better blocking from your return team. And the good thing is he just ran all the way back, and it's into the quarter, so he's going to get a break afterward.
Into the first quarter, Shelby 3, East Rutherford nothing. This is high school football Thursday night.
At McCurry Deck Motors, you can browse a selection of vehicles that includes all of the top models in Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC lineups. The McCurry Deck Motors lineup of vehicles checks all the boxes, ensuring that they will have the perfect vehicle for any car shopper that visits their lot. Come visit and see what's in store for you and your family with the McCurry Deck quality reputation of fair deals and customer service. Try the Chevy. Find new roads with Chevy. At McCurry Deck Motors, we're the home of Chevy, Buick, and GMC. 1740 U.S. Highway 74A, Forest City.
Pull into Jesse James Railroad Express. Enjoy delicious burgers, club sandwiches, garden salads, chicken or tuna plates, refreshing ice cream, or big express breakfast. Everything is made to order fresh daily. Open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 4. Mention this ad and get a regular hot dog with mustard, chili, and onions. Only 99 cents. Mondays only. Jesse James Railroad Express, Railroad Avenue, Rutherfordton.
High school football Thursday night, WCAB, on 1st and 10, beginning of the second quarter. Mooney takes a handoff from Simmons, and Demetrius gains 5, takes it up to the Shelby 40. 2nd and 5, Cavaliers. And now, on the keeper, Campbell, the quarterback straight ahead, and depending on the spot, Simmons should have a first down up at the Shelby 35.
Simmons holding on to that ball in both plays. It was a read option, and I didn't know if he was going to hand it to Mooney the first play or hand it to Mooney. He did a really good job of holding on and reading the defense before keeping it or letting it go.
Good job by the Cavaliers picking up the first down. 1st and 10, Cavaliers this time around. Here's a quick bat. Whoa, that one is batted down out of the air.
Number 5, Jalen Scott, did a good job of getting his hands up. He was in the face of the quarterback.
So it will be 2nd and 10 for East Rutherford. Listening to WCAB Rutherfordton, 8 o'clock on this Thursday evening. 100.9 FM, 590 AM, streaming online, WCABfootball.com. Whistles prior to the snap. Timeout taken by East Rutherford. So with 11:05 to go in quarter number 2, it's still Shelby 3, East Rutherford nothing. This is high school football Thursday night.
Quality service at a value is what Tri-City Concrete is all about. Whatever the job, big or small, you can always depend on Tri-City Concrete to get the job done professionally. Tri-City Concrete has been serving Rutherford and surrounding counties for over 30 years. Give the hard job to the experts. Call Tri-City Concrete today at 245-2011. Now with 3 convenient locations to serve you, Forest City, Polk County, and in Landrum. So sit back and relax. This mud's for you.
High school football Thursday night. Jay Coombs along with Cliff Palmieri. Off to a great start here tonight in Forest City. Close one. Shelby 3, East Rutherford nothing. High school football Thursday night being brought to you in part by Don's Italian Restaurant. Always good food and great service at Don's Italian Restaurant. Also, our thanks to McCurry Deck Motors and Insurance Service Associates. Here's Simmons, and on the late pitch over here on the near side of the field and taking a dive at the end of the play, ends up at the 31.
That's by number 21. It was Boyd.
And it will bring up 3rd and 6 for East Rutherford. Big play here. I feel like this is a big, important drive for the Cavaliers to get some points. See what they do here on 3rd and 6. Uh-oh, snap gets away from Simmons. He has to go backwards, picks it up. Woo! Overthrown. Incomplete.
Yeah, I think that the snap was a pretty decent snap. Simmons just kind of was looking at the defense, trying to read them as the ball got to him and the ball hit the ground.
So now it's decision time. You are looking at 4th and 6 at the Shelby 31-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to go for it.
Cavaliers are showing that they will go for it.
I'm going to do a long snap count here before I take this snap.
That worked earlier. Nope. Simmons takes the snap, rolls to his right, fires, and batted around. He already had it? Yeah, number 6. That's Jordan Harris. It was batted around. That kind of looked like he didn't have it, and then after it got kind of knocked around a little bit, he comes in with the football.
Yeah, I couldn't tell Simmons threw it to somebody else, and it bounced off his hands, bounced off the defender to end up in Harris's hands. Harris just not giving up on the play.
Look at this. 1st and 10 Cavaliers at the Shelby 24. I'll move over to this window because it's brand new. You can see through it. Simmons handing off to Mooney. No, Simmons keeps it. Over on the right side, dives through, picks up about 3. Now, they've done some work here at the press box this week, and at least 2 of these windows are brand new up here.
Got our first score update from Mountain Island Charter, TJ 7, Mountain Island 6.
Ooh, close game there. 1 point, Griffin's lead. 2nd down here for East Rutherford. Have a low snap at this time around. Waddell takes the snap at the end, handing off, and Mooney moving ahead up to the 19-yard line. Going to bring up a really important 3rd down for this East offense. About 5 yards to go to pick up the first down. Really, really need to keep this drive moving up the field. Uh-oh, we've got movement prior to the snap. Yep, it's a false start on the part of the Cavaliers. Had to back them up 5. And make it 3rd and about 10. And 9. Okay. Ball comes back out to the 24-yard line. Down to 8:50 to go in the second quarter. We get to halftime fast tonight if this keeps up. Snap to, no, that's number 9 now, quarterback for the Cavs. Here's the pass over on the far side of the field, and it is, no, he's out of bounds over on the far side. Looked like,
no, but he got the first down. He caught it.
He did.
Just ran out of bounds before he scored. So,
okay, so where is the spot at here?
It looks like between 1st and goal on the 5-yard line. I didn't get it. Who was it? I'm not sure who caught that. Number 6, Jaden Waddell. No, that's Jordan Harrison.
Jordan Harris on the receiving end of the pass from Simmons. So now it is 1st and goal. Cavaliers could take the lead here. Simmons going to keep it. Simmons driving on the right side, driving, and come on, let's see the thing. Oh, touchdown, Cavaliers. It was a long wait before we saw the arms go up. Made us sweat for a while on that one. And the Cavaliers have just taken the lead on a 5-yard run from quarterback Cameron Simmons. Now it's time for Austin Roderick to come on and kick for the point after. It's place. Here's Roderick's kick, and it is good. Cavaliers take the lead. 8:26 to go in the second quarter. It's East Rutherford 7, Shelby 3. This is high school football Thursday night.
With today's hurry-up and undependable world, you need an insurance agency that will give you excellent service. Maxwell B. Hamrick Agency delivers the security and service that you're looking for. You'll always be in good hands with Hamrick Insurance. They offer auto, business, homeowners, health, and life. They are an independent agency with 3 locations to conveniently serve you: Main Street in Boiling Springs, Lafayette Street in Shelby, and Huntley Street in Spindale. Call Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance today at 286-2384.
High school football Thursday night here on WCAB. Jay Coombs, Cliff Mary, and the East Rutherford Cavaliers taking a 7-3 lead over Shelby thanks to that 5-yard touchdown run from quarterback Campbell Simmons, and the point after kick by Roderick Good. 7-3 Cavaliers. Now the kick following Simmons' touchdown. This one going to be taken from the 24. And number 2 on the return here, not finding a whole lot. He is going to be wrapped up in the middle of the field, but he's still trying to ever going to blow a whistle. Oh, wow. Finally, they blow dead up at the 35-yard line. It's pretty obvious that all forward progress have been stopped, but the officials a bit late in whistling the play dead.
Yeah, they waited a while, and Shelby had already bunched up, and their whole team was over there pushing the pile after they should have been called dead.
It is 1st and 10, Shelby. They start this drive from their own 35, moving right to left here in the second quarter, trailing by 4. Isaiah Best, couple of steps back, launching a pass over here on the near side. Great coverage, incomplete, no flags. Actually, that is Jaden Waddell on the coverage there, doing a great job. 2nd and 10 now for Shelby. The ball comes back to their 35. Snap. Yes, this guy hit off. Whoa! What a great defensive stop, right? Maybe a yard behind the line of scrimmage. The East defense is doing a great job now up front. They will give him the forward progress back to the line of scrimmage, but no gain on the play. Cavaliers are building a brick wall up front. That's what we need. 3rd and 10 for Shelby. Snap to Best. Couple of steps back. Looking, still looking. Firing way upfield, overthrown, incomplete. It's going to be a 3 and out for Shelby. A 3 and out for Shelby. It's great news. News from Mount Holly now is not good. At the end of quarter number 1, Mountain Island Charter is now leading Thomas Jefferson 14-6.
Yeah, I noticed that. I got the score reversed.
Earlier.
Yeah, I said 7-6 TJ. It was actually 7-6 Mountain Island Charter.
So now Shelby showing us a punt formation. Plenty of time. Good punt. Good punt. This one is fair catch. Back at the 28. And that's where the Cavaliers offense will take over. They have 7:22 to work with here in the second quarter. And East enjoying a 7-3 lead over the Golden Lions. How long has it been since I have said that one of our teams is leading Shelby?
This late in the game, a long time.
Yeah, sometimes we've been to a running clock by now. 1st and 10, East Rutherford, and Simmons, and look at big hole for Mooney. Demetrius on the left-hand side just had 1 or 2 men to beat. Could have been gone. He is up to the 35-yard line.
And that's just, the speed of Shelby, because the hole was there. We thought we were about to start calling the 10-5 touchdown, and Shelby closed that gap quick.
Demetrius has speed too, but that hole closed up quick. 2nd and 4 for the Cavaliers. Here's Simmons on the keeper over on the left side. And
can we call it?
Campbell picks up some good yardage up to the 39. From this vantage point, looks like he may be a little bit short. No, first down. He got it. First down, Cavaliers. Good job by Simmons, quarterback, picking it up. 1st and 10, Cavaliers, their own 39. Down to 6:25 to go in the second quarter. Simmons has been in shotgun for the snap all night. And this time Ray fakes a handoff. He's going to keep it. Zigzag back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Shelby defenders still doing a great job of getting in there quickly and putting some pressure on the East quarterback. 2nd and 10 for the Cavs.
Cavs got to do something to spread the defense out a little bit, because they're starting to come in because of all this read option.
Snap to Simmons. Rolls to his right. Looking upfield. And it is cut up the 45 of Shelby. And that is number 3 on the receiving end. That's Calvin Jones.
Now, talk about acrobatic catch. He catches the ball in the air and is cut feet over head by the defense and still holds on to it.
First down, Cavaliers. Shelby, 45. 5:35 to go. Quarter number 2. Still plenty of time for another Cavaliers score. Simmons heading off. Money over here on the right side. 20, 15. He's up to the 10-yard line.
Number 22 for Shelby was lucky enough to get his hands on Mooney and hold on for that ride.
They say he is down at the 11. It'll be 1st and 10 East Rutherford at the Shelby 11-yard line. Cavaliers with a 4-point lead, and they are threatening again. This is fun. Here's the snap. Simmons going to hand off again to Mooney. Mooney kept from left to right, just across the 10. Picks up a couple of yards up to the 9-yard line.
Yeah, they're going off tackle, and like I said earlier, spreading it out a little bit would help you out, but they're close to the goal line. It's hard to do that down here.
2nd and 8 for the Cavaliers. They could pick up a first down. They get it up to the 1-yard line, but let's go ahead and punch it in for 6 more points. Looks like trips are going to go to the far side of the field on this play. Mooney will stand to the right of quarterback Camel Simmons. Low snap. Simmons is going to pick it up. Simmons trying to cut over here to the right, the near side, and he is caught. That was shoelace tackle there at about the 9, maybe the 8.
That play slowed down due to a low snap. That snap was a little bit higher. I believe it could have gotten them a few more yards, possibly a first down.
This is a big play coming up here for East. It is now 3rd down. They need a long 7. The ball is on the 8-yard line. Mooney standing to the right of Simmons again. Here's the snap. Here's a handoff to Mooney. Mooney over on that left. No, Simmons keeps it. And the Shelby, I'm faked out, but Shelby's not. They're in there to drop him for a loss of a couple of yards. Looks like back to maybe the 11, maybe the 12-yard line.
I don't know if the defensive end has seen something, but he didn't bite on Mooney at all with that ball. So he just came straight in and went straight for Simmons.
I did. So Austin Roderick will come on. This will be a 30-yard field goal attempt. Let's see. He's got enough foot, I think. No good. No! Roderick tries a 30-yard field goal. That is no good, and it comes with 3:11 to go in the second quarter. Good news is Cavaliers still holding on to the 7-3 lead. Oh, hurts to come up with nothing on that drive. Now Shelby will take over from their own 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Golden Lions. Still 3:11 to work with. Here's quarterback Bass. Big pass attempt. Way up there. It is caught. Look out. Is it going to be caught before he goes the distance? He is stopped short of the goal line, but he is all the way up to the East Rutherford 6. What an incredible pass and an incredible catch. And just like that, Shelby threatens to take the lead. Looks like they have put the ball down at about the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal, Shelby at the East 6. Bass ready for the shotgun snap, and it looks like standing to his right is Fuller. And this time, handoff Fuller. Fuller cuts from right to left. And he is stopped after about a yard picked up at the 5-yard line. There again, another one big play makes such a big difference. 2nd and goal for Shelby. Ball at the Cavaliers' 5-yard line. Fuller trying to get set. I think he'll move to the right side of Bess. He takes a handoff, zigzag, and he's through in for the touchdown. 5-yard touchdown picked up there by Donye Fuller.
Donye Fuller on the touchdown to the goal line.
So now Shelby takes the lead back. Better make it 9-7. They're going to try to make it 10-7 with this point after kick. Here's the place. Here's the kick. That's right down the middle and good. Number 80 on the kick for the goal lines. That is Caden Shealy. And so with a minute 58, I think that is to go, in the second quarter, Shelby regains the lead. Shelby 10, East Rutherford 7. This is high school football Thursday night.
I'm Senator Ralph Heiss. North Carolina needs effective conservative leadership in Raleigh. In the state Senate, we've defended marriage and conservative values, passed voter ID to prevent fraud in our elections, and fought Obamacare's tax increases. I will continue to be your conservative voice. I'm Ralph Heiss, and I'm running for state Senate, and I would appreciate your support, and I sponsored this ad.
Paid for by Ralph Heiss for North Carolina Senate.
High school football Thursday night here on WCAB. Donye Fuller, 5-yard touchdown run. And point after kick by Shealy. And the Lions back up by 3. Now, on the kick following that Shelby touchdown, driven out of bounds as he moves from the far side over here to the near side is number 3, Calvin Jones, who returns it up to the Cavaliers' 38-yard line.
Calvin doing a good job of setting his team up. Let's see if they can get down the field and score in a minute 50 seconds. East isn't, it isn't outside of the realm of possibility. East to strike quick.
1st and 10, Cavaliers. Snap. Oh, gets away from Simmons. Simmons has to run backwards. Now he's going to have to fire. And thankfully fires out of bounds, incomplete. Oh, that one could have been scary. It actually gives Simmons credit for getting back in time to recover the ball and then good time for the incomplete pass.
Good job on the sideline official. He did see a wide receiver in the area because the head official was about to throw the flag for grounding, and the sideline official point of bounds said, no, he had a receiver right here.
2nd and 10. The ball comes back up to the 48. Mooney stands to the right of Simmons. Simmons taking it. He's going to fire a bomb up the field, and oh, so close, but incomplete. Jaden Waddell is intended receiver up at inside the 30-yard line.
Waddell has some speed, but that corner is doing a great job of keeping up with him, step for step.
A minute 37 on the clock. It'll be 3rd and 10 for the Cavaliers. Quite a crowd in the press box here tonight, eh? Sell tickets next time. There we go, the handoff, and cutting from left to right, Demetrius Mooney. He's across the 40 and up to the 43.
Got timeout, Shelby.
Clock stops with a minute 30 to go. It is going to bring up 4th down for the Cavaliers.
Timeout, goal line.
The Cavaliers looking for a punt, I would assume here. And Shelby thinking, hey, we've still got enough time to try to score more. That is Coach Ware's philosophy. He will never let off the gas. Can't say I blame him in this contest. He who has the most gas could come out with the win here tonight. Timeout is taken by Shelby. We'll hold it here with a minute 30 to go. Check and see if I've had any more updates coming in.
Did get an update that Cody Maxwell scores to make the score 12-14 TJ. No, excuse me, 12-14 Mount Holly Charter. TJ scored.
That is quite a game up at Mount Holly. Now the Cavaliers showing us a punt on 4th and about 5. Nice. Exactly what we need. Just wait for the Shelby returner. He's able to recover it, but that gives our guys time to get up the field, and he is finally brought down at the 19, 18-yard line. Good job by the Cavaliers' special team.
Each other has a player down on their special teams.
Yep, but he is now getting up on his own, and he is going to jog to the sideline. Minute 17 left up on the clock. Shelby with a 3-point, 10-7 lead. And it'll be interesting to see what they do with 77 seconds left to go. Early second quarter, South Point leading Chase 14-zip. 1st and 10, Lions. Snap goes to Best. Best quarterback flaring out to the left. Still looking for a target up the field, and out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, Cavaliers are lucky on that one. They had two corners go with the same wide receiver, and they left one wide receiver open in the middle of the field, and I believe they caught a break by the bad throw.
Second down and 10 for Shelby. Minute 12. Only 5 seconds came off the clock on that play. Here's Bass. His pass over here on the near side of the field is complete to number 10. But good coverage. Tackled up at about the 24, 25-yard line. Number 10 for the Golden Lions is Jahari Mitchell. Clock will continue to run. We are down to 50 seconds to go before halftime. 3rd down for the Lions. They need about 5. Here's Bass flaring out to the right, firing, connecting on his pass on the far side of the field, and up to the 39-yard line.
I tell you, I know you want a takeaway right here, but you got to make this tackle. You can't just run in there and grab just for the ball, because that's a lot of times where the offensive player will break away and get more yardage.
So they pick up the 1st down. Shelby takes time out. Ball is spotted right at their 40-yard line. They have 35 seconds left to work with before halftime. Hey, don't forget, coming up this weekend, here on the radio, we have the best of both worlds. We have college. We also have NFL football on the radio this weekend. On Saturday, it's the University of North Carolina taking on the Hokies from Virginia. 10 o'clock Saturday morning. countdown to kickoff. Kickoff will be just after 12 noon. And then on Sunday, let's get another win this week for the Panthers, huh? They go up against the Ravens of Baltimore. Countdown to kickoff at 12:15 Sunday afternoon. Kickoff will be just after 1 o'clock. You can follow the Heels. You can follow the Panthers right here. WCAB. First and 10, Shelby. 35 seconds to go in the half. Pass, couple of steps back. He's going to look for a long pass. It's way down the field. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it like he had it, and then he dropped it. The referee, though, is showing that he caught it quick, and the ball is on the ground. They are going to say he did catch it up about the 11-yard line. How do you call that complete when the ball is on the ground? And Coach Clint Bland is furious, as he rightfully should be. Shelby, or East Rutherford, will take a timeout, and I think this is so that Coach Bland can say, hey, we have a couple of optometrists in town. He is furious. That is the most fired up I have seen Coach Bland in a long time. It's pretty bad. Now the crowd also reacting. But yeah, when you drop the ball and they rule it a completion.
Yeah, the receiver even got up and knew he didn't catch it. He started running down the field.
The coaches, the fans are furious. An incompletion that has been ruled a completion on the field. It is going to stick. That ball is right up at the 10-yard line.
Folks, the wide receiver that didn't catch the ball got up, knew he didn't catch the ball, started running back down the field, and then the referee called it complete, and the other wide receiver called everybody back down the field.
First down for Shelby. 28 seconds left up on the clock. Here's Bass under pressure. He is going down. That's one way to kind of get some revenge back and give credit to Demetrius Mooney there on the sack back at the 33 or 23-yard line. Now Shelby will take another timeout. 25 seconds left up on the clock. Probably the best thing that can happen to the Cavaliers here is no points. And after a ridiculous call of a completion, it would be nice to come out of this at least with no points. 25.3 seconds exact up on the clock. Now going to be second down. Long way to go for the Golden Lions. Ball has come back out to the 23-yard line. Really hope we see no Shelby points as a result of this clearly botched call by the officials. Hey, they fired an NFL ref today. I wonder if they can do that in high school ball. Here's Bass, taking the snap, roll it back, launching, and wide open, and in for the touchdown. 23-yard. That is Fuller coming down with the football in the end zone. And the referees have given Shelby a touchdown. .23-yard touchdown pass play. Now Shealy comes on to try to add the point after for the Golden Lions. And it fires through the uprights. It is good. So with 20 seconds to go in the second quarter, the officials give Shelby a touchdown. It is now Shelby 17, East Rutherford 7. This is high school football Thursday night.
Your number one source for used damaged, insurance auction, rebuildable auto parts, Robbins Auto Parts, 1875 Harris Henrietta Road, Henrietta. Robbins Auto Parts is a family-owned and operated business by Marty and Terry Robbins. Professional experience in auto parts since 1960. Call on Robbins Auto Parts, 657-5732, or visit them at www.robbinsautoparts.com.
High school football Thursday night here on WCAB. 19.7 seconds left. Here's the kick, following that gift from the men in black and white. Looks like it went out of bounds over on the far side of the field, and with just 17 seconds left to go, Cavaliers may just take a knee and head to the locker room. Still can't get over that flag.
I tell you, it's hard enough to beat Shelby alone, but when you got calls like that that go just, it wasn't even close. As soon as the receiver touched the ball,
really scary about it. It wasn't a close call at all. They have spotted the ball at the 21. I don't know, maybe the Cavaliers are actually going to try to play here. Looks like they will. Simmons in shotgun. And now, coming out around the right side and bringing it up to the 30-yard line is Mooney. Clock has stopped momentarily. We have 9 seconds to go. Trying to get the ball spotted at the 30. Now they're going to wind the clock. Okay, they're going to try to get off. This will be the last play of the first half. And, swarm of defenders in there. And the quarterback is dropped for a 5-yard loss back at the 25, and we have reached halftime. So the Thieves from Cleveland County have taken an early 17-7 lead over our East Rutherford Cavaliers, and it is now halftime here in Forest City. Such a blatant, bad call by this officiating crew. I don't know. If I was them, they may need a police escort to go off the field. That was just inexcusable. Halftime. Shelby, 17. East Rutherford, 7. Stay tuned now for the halftime show here. High school football Thursday night.
For a superb dining experience and delicious entrees, stop into Don's Italian Restaurant. Enjoy daily specials like on Tuesday, spaghetti with meat sauce, only $7.99. Wednesday, chicken parmesan, only $9.55. And Thursday, large one-topping pizza, only $9.99. Don also offers an everyday special, large one-topping pizza with 10 wings for only $19.50. All these delicious deals and great service only at Don's Italian Restaurant, Oakland Road in Spindale. Hours are Tuesday through Thursday, 11 till 9, Friday and Saturday, 11 until 10, and Sunday, 11 till 3. Call 828-288-3711 for takeout.
One of the Carolinas' leading bark mulch manufacturers is Spindale Wholesale Mulch Company, 325 Spindale Street. They can accommodate any mulch project you may have. They carry single ground hardwood mulch, double ground pine bark mulch, color enriched hardwood mulch, organic topsoil, organic compost, mushroom compost, premium potting mixes, aged pine bark, and best start garden soil. These mulches are high-quality Appalachian bark that is blended for the best performance. Spindale Wholesale Mulch also carries rock, stone, gravel. Great prices, guaranteed. See them today. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Phone them, 287-3561.
All mulches, $4 off, now through October 31st.
Stay in touch with your tax dollars. Listen to the Commish Report and the School Board Report each month live here on WCAB. The reports are heard the following morning after the meetings. WCAB, keeping you informed as well as entertained.
High school football Thursday night here on WCAB. WCAB. It is halftime at Forest City here at Brian Harrell Stadium in Forest City at East Rutherford High. Shelby out in front of the Cavaliers, not legally, 17-7. Let's go back and recap our scoring in the first 2 quarters of play tonight. Shelby collected a 27-yard field goal with 7 seconds left in the opening quarter tonight. That put the Golden Lions up 3-0, which was our score at the end of the first quarter. Then with 8:26 to go in the second quarter, it was Cameron Simmons, the East Rutherford quarterback, 5-yard touchdown run. Austin Roderick added the point after. Cavaliers took the lead at that point, 7-3. Cavaliers drove, and with 3:11 to go in the second quarter, Austin Roderick attempted a 30-yard field goal. That was no good. It left East with a 7-3 lead. Then Shelby would strike with 1:58 to go in the second quarter. Danye Fuller on a 5-yard touchdown run. Point after kick by Sheely Good. Golden Lions took the lead 10-7. And then thanks to the men in the stripes, with 20 seconds to go in the second quarter, Isaiah Best connects with Danye Fuller, 23-yard touchdown pass play. Point after kick good, and brings us to the halftime margin. Shelby 17, East Rutherford 7. East Rutherford did win the coin toss tonight, and the Cavaliers decided to defer their option to the beginning of the third quarter. So that means Cavaliers will be receiving the football to open up quarter number 3 in tonight's game. Actually, an hour 30, or make that an hour 5 minutes, a pretty good time for the first half of football. And now we are being entertained at halftime by the Cavaliers marching band. Senior night here in Forest City. For a lot of these seniors on both the football team, the cheerleading squad, the marching band, this will be their final performance during the regular season in front of the hometown fans. And, of course, a number of these seniors will continue to go on, and we have a number who will definitely be playing athletics at the collegiate level. And, of course, a lot of our band members will continue on as well. High school football Thursday night being brought to you in part by our good friends at Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply. Also by Fountain Electric, Robbins Auto Parts, Tri-City Concrete, Jesse James Railroad Express. Also our thanks to Andrew Tisdale of Edward Jones and to Sisk Family Ford. All among our sponsors of High School Football Thursday night here on WCAB. Earlier tonight we had made mention that the East Rutherford running back, number 13, Demetrius Mooney, named this week to represent the North Carolina team in the North-South Shrine Bowl. Christian Gold doing an excellent job with his homework tonight. He was still earning college credit. He deserves an A for this. Christian informed us during one of our breaks that according to ESPN, Demetrius Mooney is ranked number 74 in the whole country among senior running backs. So among players coming out this year, seniors, to be number 74 in the nation, that according to ESPN. Not only an honor for Mooney to get selected to the Shrine Bowl game, but also quite an honor recognition there. Can't remember what Carlos Watkins, but I believe he was the last player here in Rutherford County that was ranked up that high in that ESPN ranking. It is now halftime in Mount Holly. This is another really close game tonight. It is 14-12 at the half. Mountain Island Charter, a 2-point lead over Thomas Jefferson. Griffins, of course, trying to maintain their undefeated record. They are 9-0, trying to improve to 10-0 tonight with that game up there at Mount Holly. So 14-12, Mountain Island Charter, the Raptors lead the Griffins. That is a halftime score. Let me check quickly. We'll see if we have any other updates from the other two games tonight. That would be RS Central at East Gaston, and also Chase up at South Point. Last we heard, South Point was out in front. Listen to this, halftime up at East Gaston. RS Central is in the lead. Hilltoppers 7, East Gaston nothing. 7-0, Central leading East Gaston. That is a halftime score. And a halftime score now coming in from Belmont. It is all Red Raiders tonight. South Point shutting out Chase at the half by a score of 35-0. So, it's all four. No, Hilltoppers are up. They are the only Rutherford County team up at the half out of 4 teams tonight. Kevin Carver, our thanks, Kevin. He passes along these first half statistics of interest. Demetrius Mooney for East Rutherford in the first half tonight. 12 carries, total of 75 yards. East Rutherford as a team, 70 rushing yards. Passing department, Cameron Simmons, 4 of 7 for 51 yards. Passing for Shelby, Isaiah Best, 10 of 16, 205 yards. He had a couple of really, really big, including the incompletion that was ruled a completion. And in the rushing department is Danye Fuller leading the way for the Golden Lions. 9 carries, total of 52 yards. And for Shelby, they had 41 rushing positive yards in the first 2 quarters. So the big plays have made the difference here for the Golden Lions. Certainly not impressive in that run game. East Rutherford defense having a lot to do with shutting that down. They're having to go to the big play, and a couple of those big plays are what are providing them with this 10-point, 17-7 lead here at the half. We continue to be entertained by the East Rutherford Marching Cavaliers Band. Back momentarily as you listen to the halftime show here on High School Football Thursday night.
Fat Trace's is the home of delicious pulled pork barbecue and pulled chicken. Lunch and evening meals are delicious, and folks are coming in from all directions to enjoy them. Have you seen the new dining rooms that's available for meetings and parties? Book your next group meeting at Fat Trace's. Those mouth-watering ribs are served on Friday and Saturday nights. When you need a good meal catered, call on Tracy at 287-5004. Fat Trace's hours are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 10:30 till 8. Wednesday, 10:30 to 3. Friday and Saturdays, 10:30 till 9. And Sundays, 11 till 3. Fat Traces at 1163 West Main Street, Forest City.
It's time for you to test drive the affordable, fuel-efficient Ford Fusion from Sisk Family Ford in Forest City. Family-owned Sisk Ford can put you into the car you want with a payment plan you can appreciate. If it's a truck you want, get the Ford truck that's breaking records in sales. Ask about why the sales department is being bragged on with each and every sale that they make. They love your business at Sisk Family Ford, and it shows. New and used automobiles and an award-winning service department makes Sisk Family Ford the choice for so many. Step up to Ford today. Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City.
Since 1946, Fountain Electric has been a leading electrical contractor for this region, and proud to announce we're growing. With their continued loyal service to our local community from the location in Spindale, they now have offices in Charlotte, Asheville, and Hickory. Fountain Electric not only provides outstanding electrical services, but jobs as well. For information about job openings and the type of people they seek to hire, please visit the website at fountainelectric.com/careers. Fountain Electric and Services, proud to be locally owned and locally grown.
Enjoy the Atlanta Braves and NASCAR here on the Foothills Most Sports Station, WCAB Rutherfordton.
High School Football Thursday night. You've tuned in to WCAB. Jay Coombs along with Cliff Palmieri. Well, Stuart Luckadoo says he also does his homework. He's going to try to outdo Christian on this one. He says not only is Demetrius Mooney ranked number 74 in the country, but just in the state of North Carolina alone, and to clarify, they are classifying him as an athlete, not as simply a running back, but as an athlete in the state of North Carolina. ESPN says he is number 43 Okay. Somehow I like the 74 in the whole country. That goes to show there's a lot of talent high school football here in North Carolina this year. Ranked 43rd in the state, 74th in the nation. Hey, get a load of this score. Cress is leading Burns. I believe it is halftime now in Boiling Springs. Crest, 63. Burns, 7. Wow. That is a 56-point spread in the first two quarters. 63-7. Crest way out front of Burns. Well, there could be a Bulldogs rally in the second half. You never know. And Stuart Luckadoo, quick on the draw. He has looked it up for us. Thanks, Stuart. Carlos Watkins was ranked number 5 6 years ago, back in 2012. How about that?
Hey, just a little bit more. Carlos Watkins is playing football tonight as well.
That's true.
And speaking of Carlos Watkins, Coach Daniel Bailey's in the press box tonight. He was walking around eating sandwiches, rubbing elbows. Daniel Bailey, who was Carlos Watkins' head coach.
Or you think he just showed up for the food?
Yeah, that's how the change guys are. Show up for the food.
I was going to look up real quick, too. Let me do it here real quick, because I know that App State, Georgia Southern are playing tonight.
App State, who was ranked in the top 25.
Yeah, ranked top 25. But they had a tough challenge tonight. Let me look that up real quick. 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. They are trailing. Georgia Southern leads at 14-7 late in the second quarter. Georgia Southern with the ball. Oh, wow, here's a close game at the half tonight. West Virginia over Baylor, 41-0. If they had a running clock in college football, they could just about have one there. Other games of interest, I don't know if it would be. Toledo leads Western Michigan 23-17. And it looks like Georgia Tech and Virginia Tech all tied up at 21 apiece.
I got one more score for you. Fantasy League football, Preparation Nate, which is my football team, beating my opponent 13.40 to 0. Thank you, Houston defense.
Preparation H is the name of your...
Preparation Nate. It's Nate. It's a tribute to the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Hey, there is no score in the game tonight right now between the Dolphins and the Texans. Speaking of Carlos Watkins, they are just underway, though. Early in the first quarter, Dolphins with the ball, but no score between Miami and Houston. And you know, over this season, we have been talking about the number of players with ties here to Rutherford County who are now doing quite well at the pro level. The majority of those coming out of Chase. But also Rob Gray coming out of the East District before he moved in high school down to Florida, now with the Houston Rockets. I tell you, there are a lot of Houston Forest City connections. Robert McNair, and then you've got Rob Gray. You've got Carlos Watkins. Wow. Who would have ever thought that Houston and Forest City would share so many things in common?
Like I mentioned the other week when we were here at East, that Travis Smith actually got drafted to the Texans before his medical kept him from playing. And, you know, talk about Tyler White. Tyler White, who played in the playoffs this year.
Yep. He was officially on the roster and didn't see action in the American League Division Series. Houston not quite making it this time around. I don't know. I'll be surprised. I think Boston is going to take it all. I kind of thought from the early season they got off to start such a big, explosive start. I just didn't see anybody catching the Red Sox.
Yeah,
Dodgers could still put up a fight, though.
You know, no one wants to lose in the playoffs, but it probably makes it a little bit easier if you lose. I don't know if it makes it easier if you lose to the team that wins the World Series. You think that makes it any easier?
I don't think losing is ever easy. And, you know, I am still mad. I am mad over that play here tonight.
Oh, yeah, and it was funny as you say that, and Coach Bland actually just went out on the field, and he was still giving
your face. I mean, you might as well go up and say, how much did you get paid tonight from Shelby?
Yeah, that was the hot topic in here at halftime. You know, I was back here talking to Coach Bailey and Daniel Bailey and, of course, Coach Brad Teague, who were my football coaches, by the way. So they're old. No, but yeah, we were. That was the hot topic. And then, of course, they were talking about the Shelby ball player. I'm not sure what his name is, but he's the Shrine ball player also. His mom actually wanted Phil to make sure he said his name correctly. So I asked Phil what his name was. He still said he didn't know.
We have the ball on the tee. East Rutherford Cavaliers to receive the kick to start quarter number 3. They trail by 10. Let's see what happens here. It's kind of a swift kick, and this one is going to be returned by the Cavaliers over on the far side of the field and bringing it up to the 35-yard line.
I'm sure if Jordan Harris had that one to do all over again, he'd probably went more to the center of the field, which is wide open on that return.
Yeah, but they're over on that far side. There wasn't much daylight. Good news is Cavaliers will have the ball here. 1st and 10, starting this drive from their own 35. They will move from left to right here in the third quarter of play. Simmons handing off to Mooney. Demetrius comes to the near side, turns the right corner, takes a little bit of a dive at the end of that play, and he picks up about 3-4 yards.
Number 22.
They'll put it up at the 39.
You know, we're used to seeing Demetrius Mooney and the Cavalier offense just outrunning people due to their speed. But matched up with Shelby's speed is just so good. It's hard to get these runs on the outside.
Yeah, this is a very fast Shelby team, no doubt about that. 2nd and 6, pass caught. Harris over on the far side of the field, and he is going to have a first down, it looks like, up at the 46.
Harris doing a good job of getting his back to the corner so the corner couldn't get to the ball, and he made that catch and got the first down.
Hey, fans, that was a good play. You should, cheer.
What did they feed him at halftime?
These Cavaliers, the fans seem kind of dead. 1st and 10, Cavaliers. Simmons handing off, look at the big hole for money. Demetrius turning. 2nd sack, and he's into Shelby territory. Demetrius up to the 44.
Oh, come on.
Simmons on the carry for the Cavaliers. Back by number 22.
And just short. Terrible spot.
That's not even, he was in the air, and they set him down. He never touched the ground until after he was down.
Where did they get these guys at tonight? Okay, about a yard short. Let's see. Mooney over on the left side. Yeah, he's got it. Please tell me you can't move that spot back 5 yards, folks. Yeah, okay. They put it at the 42, and it'd be 1st and 10 Cavaliers. Almost be better without officials in this one. 10.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Still a 10-point Shelby lead. Here's Simmons looking, and it is caught by Jaden Waddell. Short yardage up to the 40.
Waddell did a good job of catching it, but he's got to get his feet moving and get going up the field.
I think the key is he's not used to playing a team as fast.
Right.
The Shelby
He's
team.
had the luxury of slower teams.
Yeah.
It's not the case.
That is one positive I will give to this Shelby team. They are fast. 2nd and 8. Here's Simmons. Pass caught over here on the near side and out of bounds quickly. Calvin Jones.
And that's something you don't have to say to Calvin Jones is get your feet moving, because as soon as he catches the ball, he gets going.
Another first down for the Cavaliers up at the 31-yard line.
Are they? No?
He signaled first down.
Okay.
They haven't got the chains. Be careful. They haven't set the chains yet. Okay, they run the play before. Hand off to Mooney, and he didn't get anywhere. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Okay, so the officials cannot even see that the chains have not been set, and they let the play continue. This is a bad crew. 2nd and 10. Mooney will stand to the right of Camo Simmons. Simmons now looking to the left side, way down the field, and no flags. They say the coverage clean.
It sure looked like the coverage had the arms wrapped up of the wide receiver to me.
Boy, Stuart Luckadoo and Christian Gold are going at it now. I'll tell you, Mark, Christian's done more research. Turns out that Demetrius has offer from 6 Division I schools already. 3rd and 10 for the Cavs. Here's Simmons under pressure. Watching this one. It's going to be picked off up the 10-yard line by Shelby. And now trying to cut back up the field. No Cavaliers in the vicinity. Look out. Don't let him break loose. Over on the far side of the field. And finally, he's still.
And there's a flag on the field.
There's a penalty flag way back upfield here.
They're gonna. It's still gonna be turnover on downs, but it's gonna be a block in the back by Shelby.
Okay, and depending upon where that happened at, let's see. And did it happen before the interception?
It did not happen afterwards.
Okay, then it depends upon where it occurred at. It will be Shelby's ball. Well, you know they're going to have a conference to figure this one out. Somebody better take them a rule book so they can figure it out. Clock stops with 8:43 to go here in the third quarter. Still 17-7, 10-point Shelby lead. And it looks like they are going to put the ball. Well, they're still walking around with it. They'll be back at about the 15. Looks like he's going to put it down there.
And this is usually where Shelby will try to strike quick and hit the long ball. Let's see if that's what they do here.
In that case, I'm going to keep a couple of my secondary back by me east. Thing is, I think Shelby does have a speed advantage. 1st and 10, Golden Lions.
Golden Lions ball.
And going to be a handoff here and trying to run it. Turn the left corner over here on the near side of the field. Very short yardage picked up there by Fuller. Couple of yards picked up. 2nd and 8. Second and 8. Here's Bess taking the snap, rolling out and firing, and whoa, way too wide, out of bounds, incomplete. Clock will stop with 8:07 to go here in the third quarter. It now brings up 3rd and long, 3rd and 8. This is where the East Rutherford defense really needs to shut them down and get the ball back. Because look at where Shelby is back here at the 17-yard line. Cavaliers need to put a stop to this drive and get this ball back in good field position. Here's a snap to Bess. Bess has plenty of time. Now he rows out to the right. And,
you know, Jay, that ball bounced off the ground and went through the air. I think he may have caught it.
Well, that happened earlier tonight, but this time around they do say it's incomplete. So now it appears as though Shelby will punt on 4th and 8 from their 17-yard line. 8:01 to go in the third quarter. Cavs should have pretty good field position here. Looks like our lone man back is going to be right at midfield. Here's the snap. Here's the kick, and it is going to hit short of midfield. Takes a Shelby row. Get away from it. Okay, Lions down it at the East Rutherford 48. So it is going to be good field position for the Cavaliers offense. 1st and 10 from their own 48. Still just under 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Only trailing by 10. They can get an offensive drive going here. They can be right back in this game. high school football Thursday night. Almost said Friday, but not quite. Thursday night being brought to you in part by our good friends at Fat Tracy's Barbecue in Forest City. Also, Andrew Tisdale and Edward Jones. And the handoff on 1st and 10, just across midfield, is Demetrius Mooney. It looks like Mooney is up to the 48 of Shelby. That'll be about 3-4 yards. Of course, with the running play, clock will continue to roll, but no reason to panic yet. 2nd and 6 for the Cavaliers. Simmons. And this time he keeps it after faking the handoff to Mooney. Over on the left side, Camo dives forward. May have picked up a yard. I don't think so. Looks like they're going to say he only got back to the line of scrimmage. So now a big 3rd down for this East offense.
You got Demetrius Mooney taking himself out of the game.
He's hobbling a bit. Coming off on his own, but he is definitely hobbling a bit. Got stepped on or something over there. Doesn't look too bad.
They're going to be stretching out his hamstring.
Big 3rd down play here. Simmons takes the snap, rolling out to his right, under pressure, fires. Pass looks like it is. Oh, there is a penalty flag at the end of the play.
And they caught it, too.
Okay, it is Waddell, I believe, isn't it, on the receiving end there? Yep, Jaden Waddell, but what is the penalty at the end of the play?
It's got to be against Shelby. Pass interference, Shelby?
Okay, pass interference, but if they really has it anyway. Thought they were going to try to help us out. They always won.
It should have.
Going to tack on the penalty yardage. Now, they're going to take it where he caught it. That's going to be at the 37-yard line.
Waddell doing a great job of hauling that in, considering he had the pass interference coming on him.
1st and 10 Cavaliers at the Shelby 37. Calvin Jones stands to the right of Camo Simmons. Uh-oh. There's a false start on the part of the Cavaliers. Had a back by 5. Bring it back to the 42 to be 1st and 15.
Wow, Shelby's defense was standing there, and they were motioning like Easton Hardy jumped off sides, and which made the left tackle think the play was over. He just stood up. And, of course, that actually caused the false start.
WCAB Rutherfordton, 100.9 FM, 590 AM. Just a minute past 9 o'clock here on a Thursday night. And a big play now, handoff Calvin Jones. Jones running into traffic. Ball is loose at the end of the play, but I think they're going to say he was down. But he was down at the 44-yard line, which would be a loss of a couple of more yards.
You know, that play, you had a lot of white jerseys on those red jerseys, and on that one red jersey, and it makes you wonder who's blocking. And at that point, you look around and you say nobody, because every one of the Shelby defenders was on the running back.
Looking at 2nd down and about 17. Ball loose on the snap.
I believe that's a few bad snaps they've had tonight.
Simmons falls on the ball, but now back at the 49-yard line. This drive going backwards. Cavaliers don't need that. So now it's going to bring up 3rd and Ellenboro. Here it is, 3rd down play. Oh, my. That Shelby read that one from a mile off. Calvin Jones, and he is dropped for another yard loss at the 50-yard line. That East Rutherford drive, probably their worst offensive drive tonight. So with 4:50 to go in the 3rd quarter, facing 4th down and a long way to go. That is a good 22, 23 yards. I think we're going to punt. Heavy rush in there. And returned by Shelby. And he brings it up just across the 30. Mitchell tackled up at the 34-yard line.
You know, that's when you wish your punter would leave his leg out there just a little bit longer to jerk it back down. You'd have got that call.
Probably so. I don't know if they have any theater or drama classes here at East Rutherford High.
Oh, you'd have thought you shot me if I'd have been that punter. I'd have been laying on the ground, grabbing my back, my knee,
crying and carrying on and
crying like the car from Oakland.
1st and 10, Shelby. Best, this time under some pressure, and he fires it incomplete.
Oh, no, this right now, you're saying it was complete.
No way!
Imagine that.
You have got to be kidding. There was such heavy pressure on Isaiah Best, the Shelby quarterback.
He's hurt.
And the receiver, they're questionable that he really did get that. Number 6, he is injured now. That is Daly. And the trainers will come out to take a look at him. If this holds up, which it looks like it will, looks like they are going to be right at the first down marker. Maybe just short of it. Still have 4:06, I believe that is, on the scoreboard left to go in the third quarter. Let's take a quick time out. Still 17-7. Shelby leading East Rutherford. This is high school football Thursday night.
Get all your deer season supplies at Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply. Shell deer corn, $7 for a 50-pound bag. Deer cob corn, $8 per bag. Deer apples, $9 a bag. Peanut deer mix, $12.99 for a 50-pound bag. And Farmer's Friend has a deer condo stand with legs for $17.21.98. For all your farming needs and supplies, let Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply be your go-to store. 188 Whiteside Road, Rutherford.
High school football Thursday night, they now signal first down. Shelby player Daly down, questionable catch, but he is injured during that play, and the trainer is still taking a look at him. And the officiating crew probably thinking about the safest, quickest way to get out of here at the end of the game. This is a terrible crew. 4:06 to go here in the third quarter. And now Daly being assisted off the field. And momentarily we'll get back to action. Still can't get over that pass call in the first half. Second quarter. I'm going to have nightmares over that. It's going to haunt me like that overtime touchdown back in 2005. First 10, Shelby. Here's Bass under some pressure, now firing it away out of bounds, incomplete over the far side of the field. And one of the few times tonight, Bess was actually doing a lot of backwards running as he headed over to the far side of the field.
Yeah, it's because the defensive end was bearing down on him. I didn't get a number on him, but he was in his face. And if he didn't let go of that ball when he did, he would have taken a huge sack.
2nd and 10. The ball comes back out to the 44. Lions moving right to left. Best spinning shotgun all night. Here's his pass caught over on the far side of the field and now trying to take off. Going to be dropped up at about the 50. I believe that was number 2 on the receiving end there. That would be Eves.
Number 40, Rodney Lattimore was the one that made the tackle.
Third down. 4 to go for the Golden Lions. Ball is right at the 50-yard line. And movement before the snap.
You know, it's going to be all sides against East Rutherford.
Yep. That's going to give him the first down then as the ball comes up to the East 45. First and 10, Shelby. 3:50 to go, third quarter. Shelby quarterback Bess ready for the snap. And the handoff, and Fuller's coming out here to the left side, turning the left corner. And penalty flag comes out. Did they see holding? I hope they finally did.
Of course, everybody in the press box was screaming it.
Yeah, I don't know if they can hear us from up here, but
You have a flag on the one.
You know, this is probably the quietest this East Rutherford crowd has been all year long.
holding call against Shelby. Thank you. You got that one right. It's been happening most of the night, though. But a bit of a break for the Cavs. The ball will go back to the Shelby 44-yard line. First and 21.
Not only is Mason Sherman selling coffee at their table, now she's talking to selling shirts and tickets and coffee bags as well.
Best by himself. Hands off to Fuller. Fuller with an opening in the middle. He takes it up to the East Rutherford 45. A good job there of preventing him from getting even more yardage.
He got all the penalty yardage back.
TDC 417.
Well, they actually moved it back a yard there. Thank you. Puts it back at East 46. They're down to 3:05 to go in the third quarter. It is now second down and 11 for Shelby. Fuller is the man to the right of quarterback Isaiah Bess. Handoff goes to Fuller. Look here. Ooh, he is hit hard and dropped. And a pair of defenders there.
54 Isaac Green was the first one there, and he did not let him go. He's playing that defensive end position.
Yeah, then it was Larson in there to help, and they dropped him for a 5-yard loss.
I noticed that East Rutherford has changed out their interior defensive line and put a smaller, faster defensive lineman.
This is a big play. Third and 15 for Shelby. Bess, couple of steps back, looking for a target, fires, and whoa, what a hit! Incomplete pass. But on Fuller, there is Larson. That was a great hit.
Yeah, that was his opportunity to let Fuller know you don't want to catch this ball, and even the next time, Larson just takes him off his feet.
Cole Larson with a great hit there. And it was a good, clean hit. So now facing 4th and 15, and just over 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Looks like the Cavaliers are about to get the football back. Shelby showing us a punt formation. Never trust these guys, though. Whoa, nice punt, though. This is going to go, I think, no, he's going to pick it up. Calvin Jones takes it over to the far side of the field, trying to find some room. Ooh,
Jordan Harris.
Jordan Harris brought it up to, what, about the 15-yard line. He had a lot of side-to-side yardage, but not too much positive yardage upfield there, but yeah, about 5 yards.
You do what he did to most teams in the conference, and you're probably going to score. But Shelby, like we said earlier, their speed is just unmatched.
First and 10 Cavaliers, down to 1:51 to go, third quarter. See if we can do something here. Time becoming a factor. Uh-oh, wrapped up, dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Mooney and Demetrius slow to get up.
Mooney's been dealing with some cramping issues the last little bit, and they've been massaging his calves over here on the sideline.
He's going to have to come out again because he is limping. Whoa, he's got the stiff leg there, the with his left leg definitely cramped up. That's hurt.
Into the third quarter, South Point 49, Chase High School 0.
That's a running clock. $49-0 at the end of the third. Wow.
Robin Tate, please report to you.
Second down here for the Cavaliers. Looks like the ball back is about the 13-yard line. So Lassa, oh my. Wow, where did all those defenders come from? They dropped him back at about the 5-yard line. Camel Simmons.
You know, just when I'm sitting there going, why are we running the ball? You know, we should spread it out. But that's why, because, you know,
there's no time.
Jay, I would love to give Offensive Player Award to an lineman, but
no,
when that happens in the backfield, you can't do that.
Not tonight. Haven't seen it tonight. Minute 5 to go. Third down now for the Cavaliers. Going to keep it on the ground, and over there on the left side, picking up some positive yardage. That is Calvin Jones. And takes it up to about the 13, 14, about the 13-yard line. But now it still leaves the Cavaliers looking at 4th and 13. At least 12. 4th and 12, I call it. But, yeah, Roderick needs to come on. We need to punt this football away. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Could be the last play of the quarter. Depends. Rush. Man, I wish you could have acted again. This one taken to the East 40. Look out. There's Mitchell loose. A 25. Finally going to be stopped at the 23-yard line. Oh, and now extracurricular breaks out at the end of the play.
The referee's not throwing the flag.
No, he steps in. Give him some credit there for breaking it up quickly.
Jay, got a score update from the Mountain Island Charter TJ game.
Uh-oh.
TJ takes the lead, 18-14, with 5 minutes and 48 seconds left in the third quarter.
What a game that is tonight up in Mount Holly. Wow. 4-point TJ lead in the third. 1st and 10, Shelby with great field position. Uh-oh, whistles blow at the snap.
The ball never even came off the ground, and Shelby's offensive line just left.
Okay, you can't do that, so that is 5 yards.
Yeah, you have to snap that ball.
Okay, ball comes back to the 27. Making 1st and 15. I play some pinball machines like that sometimes. The dang ball just didn't go anywhere. But 1st and 15 then. Back them up a little bit. Fuller standing to the left of the quarterback, Best. Best looking for a target over on the far side, finds it. And look out. Finally going to be brought down out of bounds. A late penalty flag, I believe, for what's going to be ruled a late hit on Eves, the receiver, who is driven out of bounds up at about the 11-yard line. That's questionable.
If that's against East Rutherford, then should put the ball around, I would say, the 5-yard line.
Yeah, it'd be half the distance. Now, they're still talking about it over on the far side of the field. Okay. Here comes Mr. Cleveland County ref to tell us.
Personal foul against East Rutherford.
Yep, half the distance. Put it down to the 5-yard line then.
Personal foul.
It'd be 1st and goal for Shelby. 5 seconds left up on the clock here in quarter number 3. 10-point Shelby lead. Lions threatening here. Be a nice time for a turnover. Take it any way they will give it to us. Snap, hand off, Fuller. Fuller, no. Trying to work straight ahead, and Larson, a couple other defenders say, not get through here. And actually a little bit of a loss of a couple of yards. We have played 3 quarters of football, I think, here tonight in Forest City. score is still the same at the end of the third. Shelby 17, East Rutherford 7. This is high school football Thursday night.
Market declines, unemployment, political uncertainty, oil prices. Today's headlines can be very scary. Hi, this is Andrew Tisdale, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and I'm here to work with you to help you understand the impact of these short-term events and how to be positioned for the long term. We provide the tools for a logical, reasoned, disciplined approach to investing. Don't let these headlines derail your long-term financial strategy. Come and stop by our office to set a face-to-face appointment for straight talk. We're at 173 Railroad Avenue in the Food Line Plaza. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Hello, this is Dwayne Hunt with Insurance Service Associates. Are you on disability? Or maybe you're on Medicare? Or maybe both? Come see me, Dwayne Hunt at Insurance Service Associates, about a Medicare Advantage product brought to you by Humana. Please give me a call, 245-5301 at Insurance Service Associates, 127 East Trade Street, Forest City.
High school football Thursday night here on WCAB. We start quarter number 4. The end of the opposite end of the field shall be moving left to right here in the final quarter of play, and into the end zone is Fuller. And that was about a 12-yard touchdown run for Danye Fuller. 6 more points collected by the Golden Lions. This one coming on the very first play of the fourth quarter. Danye Fuller, that is his 3rd touchdown tonight. 1 via pass, 2 via rushing. Now the point after kick by Shealy. And it is good. So with 11:53 to go in the fourth quarter, Golden Lions strike again. And this 12-yard touchdown run from Fuller. Our score now, Shelby 24, East Rutherford 7. This is high school football Thursday night.
With today's hurry-up and undependable world, you need an insurance agency that will give you excellent service. Maxwell B. Hamrick Agency delivers the security and service that you're looking for. You'll always be in good hands with Hamrick Insurance. They offer auto, business, homeowners, health, and life. They are an independent agency with 3 locations to conveniently serve you: Main Street in Boiling Springs, Lafayette Street in Shelby, and Huntley Street in Spindale. Call Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance today at 286-2384.
Kind of a sad news item coming into us here tonight. An aircraft is missing about 100 miles off the southeast shore of Charleston, South Carolina. Was headed toward the Bahamas and evidently has disappeared. Looks like on the kick, covered up at about the 11-yard line on the return. Quickly looking ahead here, see if we have any other interesting updates to report. Doesn't look like.
Houston Texans are up 14-7 in the second quarter
over the Dolphins. How about that? East Rutherford starting this offensive drive from their 11-yard line. Here's Simmons taking the snap. Here's his handoff. No, he takes off right at 45, 50. Oh, my God, he's going to go for the touchdown. Wow. There is the burst of energy. Calvin Jones takes it 89 yards up the field. Whew. How about that run? Now that is going to keep the Cavaliers in this game. What a run there by Jones.
We also got a Shelby player down with cramping. But what a great run. Just when I sat there and thought to myself, man, they're up by 24-7, and yeah, we know how that goes.
Looking good.
Then someone like Calvin Jones steps up and runs 89 yards to say, hey, Cliff, I'm still here. I still want to play. I still want to win.
Hey, remember what the Panthers did on Sunday? Down 17-0 going into the fourth quarter. Cliff and I were beside ourselves. And then all of a sudden, complete turnaround.
And if I'm beside myself, y'all see me, if I'm beside myself, that'll take up a whole lot of space.
I was cussing the TV.
Yeah, I was saying some words that you probably don't want to hear on the radio, or probably shouldn't say on the radio without Jim Bishop would probably fire me. Collect a couple fines myself, but...
Yeah, then all of a sudden it turned from absolute frustration to joy. Yeah, Shelby player who was banged up on that play being assisted off the playing field. Looks like that is number 21, Nick Corey. And now Austin Roderick will come on and try to cut this back to a 10-point Shelby lead and keep the Cavaliers alive. Still lots of time here. It's going to be up to the East defense to put a stop to this next Shelby drive. Here's the place. Roderick. That is good, good, good. So with 11:33 to go in the fourth, don't close the curtains yet. It is Shelby 24, East Rutherford 14. You are listening to High School Football Thursday night.
Your number one source for used, damaged, insurance auction, rebuildable auto parts, Robbins Auto Parts, 1875 Harris Henrietta Road, Henrietta. Robbins Auto Parts is a family-owned and operated business by Marty and Terry Robbins. Professional experience in auto parts since 1960. Call on Robbins Auto Parts, 657-5732, or visit them at www.robbinsautoparts.com.
High school football Thursday night. It is a final up at South Point. Red Raiders remain undefeated in the conference. 49-0 win tonight over the Chase High Trojans.
Also, Roger back to the kick.
Now the kick following Calvin Jones' 89-yard touchdown run. Whistles blew. And
it's going to be offsides against East Rutherford.
All right, we'll have our half drawn here shortly. We
determine
what your half will be.
Ball start, part of the Cavaliers, I think. And now they'll move the ball back to the 40-yard line.
This is where you need that Cavalier defense that gets all those turnovers to show up big.
Haven't had any of those tonight, have we?
No, we haven't had a Cavalier turnover tonight. As a matter of fact, I don't even think they're carrying the belt around. So,
okay, let's re-kick this then from the 35-yard line. See that? There we go. For a little squib kick. This one taken by Shelby at the 35, and now cutting to the left, trying to cut back into the middle, and it's going to be stopped up at about the Shelby 47.
Yeah, they're just not wanting to push that ball deep for the two athletes back there.
Well, they're fast, and
you're letting them build up speed?
Yes, and very good returners. But now this is a test for this Cavaliers defense. Do they have enough left in them to try to force Shelby into a 3-and-out? That would be the best-case scenario. And, whoa, nice hit as he tries to go right up the middle. That is number 8, Fuller, and it is the big man for East Rutherford,
Taiwan Hill. Taiwan Hill is an 11th grader. He's 6'5", 440 pounds, and he just squashed the running back.
Let's see if he can squash a couple of more times. He actually picked up 1 yard on that. And here's Bess over here on the near sideline. The pass is caught, and he is going to be dropped well short of the first down, just inside East territory up at the 47. It is Eves, Santana Eves on the catch. And he's up to the East 47. So here's the big play. It is third. 1, 2, 3, about 4 yards to go. Let's see if the East defense can put a stop to the drive right here. 3rd and 4, Shelby. Fuller stands to the right of his quarterback, Isaiah Bess. Uh-oh, whistles blow. And let's see, do we have a timeout? Yep, Shelby called timeout before the play clock was about to run out. Let's take a quick break. 10:01 to go in the fourth quarter. 10 points. Shelby lead. Lions 24. Cavaliers 14. This is high school football Thursday night.
Since 1946, Fountain Electric has been a leading electrical contractor for this region and proud to announce we're growing. With their continued loyal service to our local community from the location in Spindale, they now have offices in Charlotte, Asheville, and Hickory. Fountain Electric not only provides outstanding electrical services, but jobs as well. For information about job openings and the type of people they seek to hire, please visit the website at fountainelectric.com/careers. Fountain Electric and Services, proud to be locally owned and locally grown.
High school football Thursday night. Jay Coombs, Cliff Ball Mary. Looks like got about 5 minutes left to go in the game up at East Gaston. Hilltoppers looking like they're going to collect their second win tonight. 21-0 over East Gaston. Now, this big 3rd down from Shelby. 3rd and 4, Golden Lions. And Fuller, he's dropped to the line of scrimmage. He did not make it. But this is Shelby on 4th and 4. Rest assured, I think Coach Ware will go for it.
Yeah, the defense, I tell you what, it's the first time I've seen the defense line up like that. They brought in the strong tackle right next to the nose guard, and they're both lined up on the center, and Cole Larson did a good job reading that. And because if he'd have when he took it to the left side, Cole Larson was the only hope there, and he did a great job of stopping.
Now they're showing us punt formation. It is 4th and 5. Watch out, East. Do not jump. Do not jump. That's exactly what they're trying to do with a very long snap count, hoping to draw us offside. Finally, they get the snap off. There is a punt, and this one, a fair catch called for, and he's got it about the 20-yard line. So the Cavaliers still in business here. They'll have it 1st and 10 from their 20. They have 9 minutes, 7 seconds to go in the contest. I had another update coming in here. 10 minutes to go, the fourth quarter of Mount Holly. Griffin's holding on to a 26-21 lead over Mountain Island Charter. That's a close game up there tonight.
How much time left?
10 minutes to go. And now, wow, so second time tonight that ball has been caught after it has been knocked around. That is gain of about 5 on that interesting play. Jordan Harris brings it in. That is quite interesting. Second time tonight, almost with the identical same plays in the field. Second time, the ball is loose, and Shelby has recovered it. It is number 5 for the Golden Lions who's come up with the football. That is Jalen Scott. And he recovers the football at the East Rutherford 22-yard line. Ouch. That is the last thing the Cavaliers needed.
I wasn't sure. Did the ball come out and hand off, or?
I don't know. I just saw a loose ball, and 2 Shelby players were already there. I mean, once again, it comes to the battle of the line tonight has been won by Shelby, no doubt about it. They just have been able to get through the East offensive line most of the night. And now, on first down for the Golden Lions. Going to come back up to the 22 and complete. 8:41, but now the time an enemy of the Cavaliers, and not only that, but the Golden Lions 2nd and 10 at the East Rutherford 22-yard line, holding on to a 10-point lead. Taking all the time they can, letting the play clock run all the way down. Hand off to Danye Fuller. Fuller is going to be dropped over on the far side of the field. That is number 23 of the Cavaliers in there on the stop. That is Matthew Hunt. And he gets him after only 2 yards picked up.
You know, when I get frustrated watching some of the tacklers go for the ball instead of making the tackle, there's people like Matthew Hunt that go in there, and it's just textbook tackling all the time. Him and Cole Larson do a great job of that.
Only picked up a couple of yards, so 3rd and 8 here for Shelby. Of course, they would be in field goal range. Be a long field goal, though, about 40-yarder. Here's the quarterback, Bass, looking for a target, wide open touchdown. That is Mitchell, number 10, on the receiving end. Jahari Mitchell from 20 yards out. That will probably seal the deal for the Golden Lions. 20-yard touchdown pass from the quarterback, Isaiah Bess, connecting with number 10, Jahari Mitchell. That's 30 points. Now they try to make it 31. Here's the point after kick, and it is good. 7:51 to go in this contest. It is now Shelby 31, East Rutherford 14. This is high school football Friday night.
Get all your deer season supplies at Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply. Shell deer corn, $7 for a 50-pound bag. Deer cob corn, $8 per bag. Deer apples, $9 a bag. Peanut deer mix, $12.99 for a 50-pound bag. And Farmer's Friend has a deer condo stand with legs for $17.21.98. For all your farming needs and supplies, let Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply be your go-to store. 188 Whiteside Road, Rutherford.
High school football Thursday night here on WCAB. Now the kick following that 20-yard touchdown pass. Now the kick being returned by East Rutherford, coming over here to the near sideline at the 35, and going to be driven out of bounds. That's Jaden Waddell up at about the 40-yard line. So Cavaliers with decent field position, but now trailing again by 17 and only 7:41 on the clock. First and 10, Cavaliers. Moving right to left. Here's the snap. Simmons, couple of steps, drop. Oh, batted around, could not hold on to it. Calvin Jones is incomplete over here on the near sideline. Or that's Jordan Harris.
Harris, who's caught everything that has been thrown in his direction, whether it was meant for him or not.
That pass was partially deflected coming over here. 2nd and 10, Cavaliers. Simmons, couple of steps back. Now fire. Whoa! I think he may have been looking for Waddell, but Waddell lost his footing en route. Kind of got tangled up with a Shelby defender. It's incomplete. 3rd and 10, Cavaliers.
This just isn't the Cavaliers team that we've been looking at here. You can tell they've got their heads down.
They have not. Yeah, it just hasn't been the same tonight. Simmons now looking. He's under heavy pressure. Comes over here to the near sideline. Fires and a little bit too high. Whoa! A late hit. Finally, a flag comes out. And another flag. Jordan Harris over here took a heck of a shot. Number 21, Nick Glory.
There's 3 flags on the field right now, all for 3 different things. So let's see what it is.
Wow, we're going to have to sort this mess out.
I believe this flag was legit. That flag in the middle was probably to make up for it. So it's going to boil down to
I don't know. Give Jordan Harris credit, though. He started to come back, but as soon as he saw the flag had been thrown, he backed off the Shelby player. So Jordan Harris smart enough to say, hey, there's a penalty flag down. I'm not going to retaliate. But definitely a late hit on him. He was way out of bounds before the Shelby player hit him. Here we go. Let's sort it all out.
The officials are over there, letting Shelby know, look, this is going to work out in your favor.
I don't know. Our referee's talking to Coach Bland.
There's a lot of flags on the field.
Now he's going to run over and talk to Coach Ware.
Who's paying me more?
I do believe it on that one pass play, no doubt about it.
That was the
that was the worst call, I think, maybe ever. Why do they always happen during the Shelby games? That is ironic.
I guarantee you, the referee, the official that made that call has some gold and black somewhere hanging in his closet.
Or he has relatives, or he has connections.
He's got a shirt that says, state champions, or...
it was just such an obvious... That's what makes it so funny. Or awful. Okay, now let's see if we can sort out this mess. Multiple penalty flags. Here we go.
Illegal man downfield decline.
Yep.
Holding against East.
Oh.
Unsportsmanlike against Shelby. They're
gonna have to mark it out both ways. But we should end up with the better end of the deal here because of the unsportsmanlike.
Not much. 5 yards?
Yeah.
So basically, it's going to go up to the original line of scrimmage.
Let's see. Where's he got now? 25. Come up to the 40. Yeah. That's where it started from.
I told you. I told you. I said, when this happens, these are makeup flags. So they don't have to mark off this unsportsmanlike against Shelby.
32-21, TJ increasing its lead over the Raptors midway through the fourth quarter. Griffin's trying to improve to 10-0. 7:25 to go in this one. Here we go. 3rd and 10. Simmons. Cameron looks upfield, fires into traffic, is picked off by Shelby. Going to be tackled quickly, but it is number 11 on the interception. That is Dorian Davis. And once again, the Golden Lions collect an interception turnover. So the Golden Lions will get the ball back with 7:13 to go in the fourth quarter. They'll have it 1st and 10 now from their 31-yard line. Cliff Mulmary off to work. Thanks, Cliff. See you next week. Cliff works that 3rd shift. Here's a handoff to Fuller. Fuller trying to work the left side, and he is brought down pretty hard there. Number 12 on a good tackle. That's not Stanley Wilkins, but Juju Whitesides.
Tackled by Julian Whiteside.
So now the ball at the 36-yard line. Golden Lions, of course, moving left to right here. We're down to 5. Well, maybe that's 6:45 to go. It is now 2nd down. Got 5 to go for Shelby. Shelby quarterback smart. He is letting the play clock roll all the way down before he gets ready for the snap. Trying to eat up as much of the clock as he can. Did they call time out before? They did. So the clock will stop, and looks like we have 6:26 to go in this contest. 31-14, Shelby leading East. You're listening to high school football Thursday night.
Pull into Jesse James Railroad Express. Enjoy delicious burgers, club sandwiches, garden salads, chicken or tuna plates, refreshing ice cream, or big express breakfast. Everything is made to order fresh daily. Open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 4. Mention this ad and get a regular hot dog with mustard, chili, and onions. Only 99 cents. Mondays only. Jesse James Railroad Express, Railroad Avenue, Rutherfordton.
High school football Thursday night here on WCAB. 31-14, Shelby lead over East Rutherford. Now the Golden Lions looking at 2nd and 5. The ball at their own 36-yard line. Snap to Best. Quarterback handoff quickly. Fuller on the left side. Not a whole lot of daylight. He got back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. May have picked up a half yard. Larson again on the stop. And it will leave Shelby looking at 3rd and 5. So still a shot, still a chance here for the Cavaliers. They cannot let Shelby pick up this first down. 5:55 to go. Clock is running. Best taking plenty of time. Now the snap. Couple of steps back. He's looking for a target way up the field. It is batted around, knocked down, incomplete, no flags. Nice defensive coverage. It will bring up 4th and 5. And, of course, the smart thing to do will be for Shelby to punt. And I would think here, up by 17 and the ball on your own 36, that is exactly the smart thing to do. It looks like what Shelby will show us. And the Cavaliers will be getting the football back with 5:42 to go in the contest. Heavy rush in on him, but he got it off. This punt, all the East players move away. Shelby is going to down it at the East Rutherford 32-yard line. So the Cavaliers offense comes back onto the field. It will be 1st and 10 East Rutherford. They trail by 17. They will start this drive from their own 32. One game is a final involving our local teams. That would be the South Point 49-0 win over Chase tonight. Here's the snap for Cameron Simmons on 1st and 10. Pass is caught over here on the near side of the field, 35, and then slung forward up to near the 40-yard line. Jordan Harris on the receiving end. And depending on where they put the ball, they moved it back a little bit to the 39, but it is going to leave him a bit short. And now the handoff to Demetrius Mooney. Mooney back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain.
Tackled by number 90, Trey Jones.
Oh, let's see. It looks like the first down marker up at the 42. We've got about 3 yards to go. Big 3rd down. 3rd and 3 for the Cavs. Spreading it out a bit. Here's a snap. Shotgun snap to Simmons. Over here. Oh, my. What's he doing going backwards? That is number 10 on the catch, but then Detetta turns and tries to run backwards to sweep out to the other side of the field. And that didn't work out at all. He is dropped back at the 34-yard line. Now, 4th and a long way to go. 4th and 8. Looks like Roderick's on to punt the football away. Down to 3:55. That is the biggest enemy of the Cavaliers now. This one taken by Shelby at the 34. Look at Mitchell trying to cut back into the middle of the field, and he is tackled up at the 44-yard line. 10 yards after the catch.
40 Rodney Lattimore, there is a flag on the left.
You have a penalty marker on the field. A penalty marker up at about the 46-yard line. See what the call will be. face mask against East Rutherford.
Face mask against the Cavaliers.
It's not a personal foul, according to the ref, so that'll only be a 5-yarder. They'll mark off penalty yardage. And take it up to the 49. It is a 5-yard penalty. So now 1st and 10 for Shelby. They start from their 49. Handoff. Here's number 32. I believe that's his first touch of the night. That is Tavora Scott. And he takes it just across midfield and puts it up to the Cavaliers' 47. So a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 for Shelby. Clock is down to 3:20 to go. Second and 6 for the Golden Lions. They are taking a lot of time, letting the play clock run all the way down before they snap. Trying to work the clock, time management. And here's handoff again to Scott. Scott's going to take it, sweeps out to the left side, far side of the field, being chased. And he is finally stopped, but he is all the way up to the East Rutherford 35-yard line. It'll be first down, Shelby, at the Cavaliers' 35. So next week it is set up the conference showdown between Shelby and South Point. East Rutherford winding up the regular season next week. East Gaston. Down to 2:52 to go on this one. 1st and 10, Shelby. Here's Bass. Here's his handoff, and good stop there as it's number 9.
Fuller on the carry for Golden Lions.
Quay Brooks on the carry, and Cole Larson again on the stop for the Cavaliers. Larson has had a good night defensively for the Cavaliers. Been in a lot of tackles tonight. 21-6 win, RS Central over East Gaston tonight. That is now final. Here's the snap. Here's Bass handing off and coming from left to right, trying to turn the corner. Mitchell, number 10 on the carry, takes it to the 30-yard line. We're below 2 minutes to go. Clock running. Minute 55 to go.
About the Deer stand, the Gina Hamrick. She's telling East South.
So it looks like now we have 2 finals in. South Point 49, Chase nothing. RS Central getting its 2nd win of the year. A 21-6 win tonight over East Gaston. Means East Gaston still winless this year. Here's Bass, handing off to Scott. Scott with a big hole in the middle of the field, and a lot of yardage picked up there, and thank goodness number 12 was in the way. That is Juju Whitesides. Otherwise, Scott would have been into the end zone. But Whitesides tackles him just inside the 20-yard line. Down to a minute 25 to go. 17-point Shelby lead. And now 1st and 10 for the Golden Lions at the East Rutherford 19. Here's a snap to Bess. Bess is going to hand off again to Scott. Scott over on the left side. And 4 Cavalier defenders swarm in after a gain of a couple of yards up to the 17. Clock continues to run. 1 minute to go. Hard loss tonight for the Cavaliers. Be a 17-point spread, 7 of which were given to Shelby. Hey, when it's the truth, it's the truth. Call it like you see it. 2nd and 8 here for Shelby. This could be the last play. Oh, whoa. Besson's going to take a knee. Shelby is going to take a knee. Don't see that often. That will do it. The clock will run out, and this one is going to be a final tonight. Final score here in Forest City. Shelby 31, East Rutherford 14. Stay tuned for the 5th quarter post-game show. Whoops. Stop the clock with 18 seconds to go. That's really going to matter. Now they wind the clock. Yeah, but now watch Shelby probably try to run a play and try to get another touchdown. No, they're going to hold back. Hey, how about that? Let the clock run out. It's a final. Shelby 31, East Rutherford 14. Stay tuned now for the 5th quarter post-game show coming up next here on High School Football Thursday night.
Quality service at a value is what Tri-City Concrete is all about. Whatever the job, big or small, you can always depend on Tri-City Concrete to get the job done professionally. Tri-City Concrete has been serving Rutherford and surrounding counties for over 30 years. Give the hard job to the experts. Call Tri-City Concrete today at 245-2011. Now with 3 convenient locations to serve you, Forest City, Polk County, and in Landrum. So sit back and relax. This mud's for you.
One of the Carolinas' leading bark mulch manufacturers is Spindale Wholesale Mulch Company, 325 Spindale Street. They can accommodate any mulch project you may have. They carry single ground hardwood mulch, double ground pine bark mulch, color enriched hardwood mulch, organic topsoil, organic compost, mushroom compost, premium potting mixes, aged pine bark, and best start garden soil. These mulches are high-quality Appalachian bark that is blended for the best performance. Spindale Wholesale Mulch also carries rock, stone, gravel. Great prices guaranteed. See them today. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Phone them 287-3561.
All mulches, $4 off, now through October 31st.
At McCurry Deck Motors, you can browse a selection of vehicles that includes all of the top models in Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC lineups. The McCurry Deck Motors lineup of vehicles checks all the boxes, ensuring that they will have the perfect vehicle for any car shopper that visits their lot. Come visit and see what's in store for you and your family with the McCurry Deck quality reputation of fair deals and customer service. Try the Chevy. Find new roads with Chevy. At McCurry Deck Motors, we're the home of Chevy, Buick, and GMC. 1740 U.S. Highway 74A, Forest City.
High School Football Thursday night here on WCAB Rutherfordton, 100.9 FM, 590 AM, and it's a final here tonight in Forest City. Shelby has defeated East Rutherford by a score of 31-14. 2 other finals already in tonight. South Point shutting out Chase 49-0. RS Central Hilltoppers get their 2nd win of the year tonight. 21-6 win at East Gaston. Last we heard, in the 4th quarter, Thomas Jefferson was leading Mountain Island Charter up at Mount Holly by a score of 32-21. We will try to stay on the air until we get a final in on that one. So, what does that mean? Well, it means next week the Southwestern Athletic Conference Championship will be decided in Shelby. South Point will be at Shelby next Friday night. Both teams 4-0, tied for first place. The winner will win the conference outright next Friday night. For the East Rutherford Cavaliers, 2nd conference loss. They lost earlier to South Point, now losing to Shelby. And the Cavaliers will close out the season next week at East Gaston, the team that RS Central beat tonight. East Gaston hasn't won a game all year. So that will be a really good test to see. It looks like the Cavaliers in good shape still to finish in third place in the conference race. Going to be a good game between Chase and RS Central. That game to be played in Rutherfordton next Friday night. That pretty much will be the battle for fourth place in the conference. And then it looks like East Gaston already pretty much has locked up the cellar that they are going to finish in last, sixth place in the conference. Waiting to find out about the final in the TJ game, but if the Griffins hold on and win tonight, 10-0, and they could have an undefeated season, closing it out next week in Avondale, hosting the Union Academy. So it's going to be interesting going into the final week of the regular season. Now, keep in mind, too, it is very likely. Now, it's not definite. Nothing is ever definite. Not definite yet, but it's very likely that Shelby will be large 2A, 2AA in the playoffs this year. East Rutherford will be small 2A. So good possibility that these two teams will not have even a possibility of facing each other again in the postseason this year. So Cavaliers, although they can finish up the regular season with only 2 losses next week, a win at East Gaston, they're going to get a good seed in the playoffs. We'll have to wait and see. And don't even try to guess what the playoff pairings will be. If so, you might as well go out and buy 100,000 lottery tickets because your chances of getting it right, you never know until it comes out. And the state not only does it come out, but then they'll have a revision, and then they'll put it out second, a third try. Don't try to guess the playoff pairings, fans, until they are announced. Of course, playoffs have been delayed a week this year. That because of Hurricane Matthew out there on the East Coast. And they have backed it up a week now that the playoffs first round will be on November 16th. Now, because none of our teams were affected from the flooding, from the hurricane, we'll have an open week, off date on that Friday, November 9th. And then our teams will start playing again, the ones that make it into the playoffs, as early as the first round on November 16th. We could go back and recap the scoring here. I have to make sure to make a note here tonight that we at least give one of these touchdowns to our officiating crew. I'm sorry. I realize our officials are human, but that pass completion that they called ruled complete, that was so obviously incomplete, that's probably one of the worst calls I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen a call that bad, blown like that, and no other official on the field would overturn it. That, to me, was scary. That, to me, says that one should be sent in to Chapel Hill. Not that that's going to be any good, but that was such a bad call. Okay, just awful. Well, let's go back quickly and recap the scoring in the third and fourth quarters here tonight. At the half, Shelby was leading 17-7. We had no scoring in the third quarter, so at the end of the third, it was still Lions 17, Cavaliers 7. 11:53 to go in the fourth, very first play of the first quarter. Shelby's Danye Fuller took off on a 12-yard touchdown run into the end zone. Shealy added the point after kick, and it was Shelby 24, East Rutherford 7. Eastwood scored again with 11:33 to go in the fourth quarter. Calvin Jones had a great run. 89-yard touchdown run up the field. Point after kick by Austin Roderick good. And it closed the gap to 10 again. Shelby 24, East Rutherford 14. Shelby would kind of seal the deal with 7:51 to go in the fourth quarter. Quarterback Isaiah Best connecting with Jahari Mitchell on a 20-yard touchdown pass play. Point after kick by Shealy good, and brings us to the final score tonight. Shelby 31, East Rutherford 14. Do want to make mention one time East Rutherford had the lead tonight. That was back at the beginning of the second quarter, or about halfway through it. East actually had a 7-3 lead. They held that lead up until 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. It's when Shelby would take the lead and then not look back. And Shelby scores most of the remaining points, never relinquished the lead, and they end up defeating East Rutherford tonight by a score of 31-14. Still waiting to see if there is a final coming in the last game of the night that we are waiting on still, out of Mount Holly. Last we heard, Thomas Jefferson was leading Mountain Island Charter 32-21. That was midway through the fourth quarter, but still no updates there. Okay. Tell you what, we will take a quick time out, and then we'll be back to put a wrap on this one night. Maybe in that length of time, we will get a final score in from Mount Holly. So 3 games are now final. South Point has defeated Shakes 49-0. RS Central has defeated East Gaston 21-6. Here in Forest City, Shelby 31, East Rutherford 14. Back momentarily. High school football Thursday night.
Guess what I just saw?
An old girlfriend.
Worse than that, a bunch of bugs crawling from under the fridge. Where's that bug spray?
You can't get to them with that. Here, call Go Forth Services. Here's the number, 287-3188.
I've heard good things about Go Forth Services. I had a buddy that called them to get rid of fire ants.
Absolutely. They've been taking care of people since 1959. David Spillman and his team of trained professionals have been the company to call on for decades. 4th generation now operating Go Forth Services in Rutherford, Polk, McDowell, upstate South Carolina. They can do it all. Pest control, termites, fire ant control, even wildlife removal, and always free inspection.
I'm loving what I'm hearing. Go Forth, come on out.
Honey, you got to call them first. 287-3188.
Oh, yeah.
It's time for you to test drive the affordable, fuel-efficient Ford Fusion from Sisk Family Ford in Forest City. Family-owned Sisk Ford can put you into the car you want with a payment plan you can appreciate. If it's a truck you want, get the Ford truck that's breaking records in sales. Ask about why the sales department is being bragged on with each and every sale that they make. They love your business at Sisk Family Ford, and it shows. New and used automobiles and an award-winning service department makes Sisk Family Ford the choice for so many. Step up to Ford today. Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City.
With today's hurry-up and undependable world, you need an insurance agency that will give you excellent service. Maxwell B. Hamrick Agency delivers the security and service that you're looking for. You'll always be in good hands with Hamrick Insurance. They offer auto, business, homeowners, health, and life. They are an independent agency with 3 locations to conveniently serve you. Main Street in Boiling Springs, Lafayette Street in Shelby, and Huntley Street in Spindale. Call Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance today at 286-2384.
High school football Thursday night here on WCAB. Holding on here for a minute, hoping that we would get that one last score that we still lack, that being the game between Thomas Jefferson Classical Academy and Mountain Island Charter. But alas, still no new updates from Mount Holly. That game should be, I would think, over by now. Although you never know with penalties, timeouts, so forth. They could still actually be stretching it out a little bit more there up in Mount Holly. And that's another very difficult place to play. Some folks would ask me, hey, you going to go to Mount Holly? I said, no, I have no desire to go. They just don't treat the visitors well. So I think we'll avoid that. Not to mention there are a few other schools that I've often said, nope, I don't care to ever go back there again. But I will not pick on anybody tonight. I'll leave all my picking tonight on the officials. I don't get steamed like this very often, but that one tonight really steamed me. It's so dirty, so wrong. I think it was pivotal, really, because it came at a time in the game when East was still very much in the game. And then I think everybody was just like, what in the world did we just see? And I still can't figure it out. I'd like to get with Coach Bland and see the film, see the video on this one. Okay, let's check one more time before we sign off here and see. We have it. How about that? Just in the nick of time here on high school football Thursday night, we have the final in, and the Griffins have held off Mountain Island Charter tonight. That final score is 32-27. It is a 5-point win, but it counts. 32-27. Good win there tonight for Coach Cash and the Griffins, Thomas Jefferson Classical Academy. So that means all of our games are final now. South Point over Chase, 49-0. RS Central over East Gaston, 21-6. Thomas Jefferson over Mountain Island Charter, 32-27. Here in Forest City, Shelby, 31. East Rutherford, 14. Our thanks again to Athletic Director Brad Levine here at East Rutherford High School. He is an administrative assistant. He is the voice of the Cavaliers. I have dubbed him an athletic director. Now, you haven't got there yet. Now, if you keep working out here at East, that's coming one of these days. Philip Murray. I've dubbed him the sports information director already here at East Rutherford High School. It's always great to come out here. Great hospitality. We always see a lot of old friends. Wish the news was better tonight. I really do. Hurts a little bit. Shelby 31, East Rutherford 14. Hey, want to say thanks to Christian Go back in the Blue Room tonight. Christian did a phenomenal job as our studio engineer. As always, our thanks to Jim Bishop, Tracy Smith, Lou Gillum, also to Todd Kaiser, Kevin Pleasant, and for my partner, Cliff Ballberry. I am Mr. Thursday Night this week, Jay Coombs. Hope you have a great weekend, have a great week ahead. We'll visit with you again next Friday evening. As always, thank you for tuning in tonight. Thank you for listening. High school football Thursday night.
Thank you so much, Jay and Cliff, from East Rutherford tonight as they took on Shelby in what was one of the, if not the most highly anticipated games of the year. And as they put it, not quite the result that we want to see as East Rutherford fans, as Rutherford County fans and residents. Shelby defeating East Rutherford in our game of the week by a final score of 31-14. Now, as you could probably tell during the broadcast, this was a game that had some very questionable moments, questionable calls. It was certainly a very hotly contested one up until maybe halfway into the third quarter and beyond, when Shelby just kind of took over. But it isn't like Shelby just ran all over the place on these guys like they have all the Rutherford County teams for the past, what feels like a decade at this point, probably even more than that. There have been occasions where certain teams have given them a challenge, but this is probably the biggest test that Shelby's been given from a Rutherford County team in quite some time in these East Rutherford Cavaliers. As we saw, or at least as we heard, you got the sense that it wasn't like East Rutherford was so overmatched like they are, like RS usually is, like Chase usually is, like RS and Chase were earlier this year. East went out there, and I think the thing that really, of course, it didn't help when there's controversial calls and they're not going your way, but even though they had they were able to score early on and take the lead, and they had the big play from Cameron Simmons later on in the game, but for the most part, East Rutherford was shut down offensively. Shelby's defense was flying all over the place, and even though we've seen East have the potential of a very high-powered offense this year, Shelby's one of the few teams that they have seen The other one possibly being South Point. Ironically, the two teams that they have ended up losing to so far. Those are two teams that could match up with East Rutherford when it came to the speed and athleticism. And as Cliff mentioned tonight, as electric and athletic as this East Rutherford team is overall, Shelby may still have the overall advantage when it comes to the speed and athleticism department. That being said, I don't want to try to be a Debbie Downer here or anything, but the two toughest tests that this East Rutherford team has faced this year, they have not done well. They had a closer game against South Point, and tonight they had a not-so-great game against Shelby. That being said, though, we got to have some context here. This is the best team that, at least record-wise, East Rutherford has seen since 2005. I mean, we have to keep that in mind. This is an incredibly talented East Rutherford team here, and I don't want to take anything away from them. They just got beat by, frankly, a better team tonight in Shelby. Shelby, the perennial powerhouse program that they are. We thought early on in the year that they were going to be having a down year, and I guess record-wise it is a down year for Shelby, having 3 losses on the season. But they have bounced back and started looking like the Shelby that we're used to seeing. We'll have to wait and see how playoffs seeding and playoff matchups are, how they shake out after next week's game. East Rutherford will be going on the road to face East Gaston next week, and that should be a very nice bounce-back game for the Cavaliers, especially after a game like this. They're going to go out and they're going to want to finish off the season right. Regardless of what happens, it's still a really great season for these East Rutherford Cavaliers. Hard to believe that high school football season is almost up. Now, other games, South Point was able to defeat Chase by a score of 49-0. Once again, South Point and Shelby, they're the two to watch in this conference. I mean, since it was formed last year, they have been the two teams to beat when it comes to football. And that's kind of what we predicted when this conference was made, the Southwestern Athletic Conference. South Point, also a perennial football powerhouse just like Shelby. That's going to be a heck of a game next week in Shelby between those two. South Point 49, Chase nothing. RS Central getting their second victory of the year, 21-6 over an East Gaston team that has struggled mightily since they have joined this conference. And I believe they are the one team, with the exception of last year when Chase lost to East Gaston. They have lost to Rutherford County teams every time that they have played them since the Southwestern Athletic Conference was formed last year. So final score, RS 21, East Gaston 6. As we know, the Shelby and East Rutherford score 31-14. And Thomas Jefferson remaining undefeated in probably their toughest and most closely contested game of the year against Mountain Island Charter, 32-27. That Thomas Jefferson team is going to be exciting to see what they can do in the postseason, see if they can make history for the Griffins program and Coach Jerry Cash. Got a good thing going on down there at Thomas Jefferson. That's going to wrap up our high school football coverage for the evening. Once again, big thanks to Mr. Friday Night Jay Coombs and Cliff Palmieri on the excellent call, as always. My name is Christian Gold. I've been back here in the studio, in the Blue Room, kind of pushing all the buttons, making sure everything goes right, and making sure you're able to hear the game. Want to thank everybody for tuning in, both on AM 590, FM 100.9, and all the viewers that we have gotten online at www.wcabfootball.com. Want to wish everyone a wonderful rest of the night. And let's throw it over to some of the very best of the classic oldies right here on WCAB.
Call Tracy or Jim, 828-287-3356. 100.9 FM.